And we're live.
Hello.
Apologies to Gubby for having to cut you off.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
We get into endless tangents that never end. We're always hype here, I guess.
I'm pretty sure that's just called talking. We're just talking to each other.
Yeah.
We like talking to each other. How
What?
crazy is that?
It's called friendship. I don't know. Is that still in vogue these days?
That's seems
Yeah, I
like
was
such
gonna
a
say it's 'cause
foreign
we're buddies.
concept.
Yeah. But unfortunately, I have to sometimes be like, okay, we have to stop being friends so I can do stream things now.
Crack the whip here, Shadow. It's okay.
I'm pretty sure it's called collabing now. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this day and age, we're collabing things.
Where's our shared chat at, bro?
I'm not gonna get into
Shadow's like, I'm canceling tonight's session. Goodbye.
it. No. It just like what he brought up that it's called collabing, and then Tilted made reference to the Twitch feature that's called collaboration, and then I had a brief thought about do I go down this path and trying to explain all of my thoughts about it and how I looked into certain things about it, and I'm just like, no, not tonight, not right now.
We'll talk about it on break or something. Who knows?
It's not a good feature.
Nah.
I've seen it
They were
used
in one
decently.
point. They at one point basically floated the idea of, hey, you guys want to share the stuff you get, like your subscriptions and bits and everything? No. That's not good.
I mostly just saw it used by the two streamers Gogolian and Sharply Dressed Man, and then because then they were able to have both of them on stream and their chats were merged, and it worked really well for their co-op streams. But I guess maybe that's the best use case for it. So
yeah.
Oh, back when I heard about collabing, this was the if someone pressed it and it was just like an instant activation, it would insta boot to their OBS for VTubers that didn't want to show face and turn on their cameras.
Ooh.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's what I heard about collabing as a feature.
okay.
I thought it was gone. I didn't know it was still happening. So that's the end of my knowledge about it.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, exactly. But it was Instadocs.
Instadocs. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember a lot of YouTubers were pissed.
No doubt.
Welcome to Community D&D on Arvin Eller's channel. Obviously, there's no Arv here tonight, but instead, you get us, and I am Shadowed Mage, he, him pronouns, as in there, and I am the host for this evening, and I am the Dungeon Master for our campaign here, in which we are playing through Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and tonight is episode 50, and we're finally going into the last part of the campaign. The characters are about to enter the Vault of Dragons, which is literally the end.
I don't believe it.
What episode? What episode did you think when we first started this? What episode did you think we would be on when we got to the vault?
See, my plans changed after I realized we clicked so well that I changed it so that it would lengthen out more. Because when I very first started, I was thinking, oh, we'll just try and speed run through all of the side questy bits at the beginning. And so then I thought, well, maybe we'll be done by about late 20s or episode 30 or somewhere in there.
That was
But then I realized, wait, we're having a ton of fun with this. I'm gonna let this go on.
And I'm just sitting here thinking, we didn't even do the Blue Alley. We should go back and do that, guy.
Right?
To be fair, there is very little narrative impetus for us going and doing the Blue Alley right now, because I think right after we got the chef, just completely murder circled that guy, a whole bunch of things started happening.
Mm-hmm. Plus, that's kind of you can go and do that at any time kind of. So
we can go back at level 10 and crush it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Buff all the encounters.
There it is.
Hold on
now. Yes.
Scale.
So I will have all of the rest of the lovely people of the Shadow Crew introduce themselves, starting with Gubby.
Hello, I am Yoi Gawain Lin, also known as Gubby, he, they pronouns game and fiction writer, and tonight, as I have for the past 49 nights of this campaign, I shall be playing Peach Candleheart, a Barnal Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who loves his father very much and may have to make some difficult decisions about said love very shortly.
Professional bunker, says Bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Yoi. And we'll pass it along to Hoodie.
Hi, my name is Hoodie, he, him pronouns. I'm playing the adorable, blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic basal globberpot, 37-year-old, Layfoot halfling, alchemist, artificer. I've been doing a lot of fun facts about me coming close to death.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay kind of in line with this and talk about brain rot death. I watched Northern Lion play Uma Musume, and I thought, wow, this is bad. I can't believe he's playing it. And then the game looked fun, and I downloaded it, and now I have like 20 hours in the game. I'm dying. Send help, please. Please, please. I don't watch any of I'm not even like interacting with the game. It's a good racing sim, and I feel bad about this. I've never played sim games like this before. Help. Send me a real game. That's it. That's my fun fact. I'm dying slowly.
It's been picking up. A lot of people have been playing it, so don't feel bad.
It was full culture shock to watch Northern Lion, the the perennial I'm a midlife adult. I'm a responsible adult. I don't interact with any of this stuff. Pick up the Racing Girls game and get so deep in it. He was like, yeah. So I friended one of my dad friends from school, from my daughter's school. And I was like, that's insane. It's a fun game.
This is the game where
Yeah.
like the really
girls are
crappy
horses.
the really crappy horse from the Japanese
Yes.
derbies became really popular or something. I saw something about this on social media within the last couple of days. I was like, what is going on?
So if you play as her, Harurara or whatever her name is, I can't even speak English. I'm not going to try another language. If you play as her, her last goal is to just run in like the coolest race in the world that all the horse girls want to go to. And her stats are so bad, she will come in last no matter what you do, and until you have like a god tier account. And it's demoralizing anytime it happens. I don't understand. They're like, hey, so the last thing you're going to do with this horse girl is make her come in last and sad. And I was like, weird thing to do with your video game.
Can we just recognize for 1 second that the first time ever in the history of planet Earth, these words have been put in this order. You'll be able to pass horse waifu lore checks now.
Yep. No,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Bit.
We live in
that
big
is the first
2025.
Yeah, that deserves to go on that subreddit brand new sentence.
Yeah, right.
But also, if you are playing it and you do have a 9-star horse, please let me know. I'm desperate. I gotta get one. Three speed stars on all of your parentage. Please let me know. Hit me up.
Okay. Well, thanks for that diversion, Hoodie. And we'll move along to Tilted.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tilted, he, him pronouns. I am a farmer by trade, streamer by night. And tonight, I'll be playing a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of noble lineage known as Cruce Swain. But during the night, I will take on my alias. In this particular night, we will be taking on the alias of the Aviary. I'm looking forward to us venturing into the vaults. And I don't have fun facts about brain rot or real death experiences like Hoodie over here, so I'll just stick with what I got there.
Okay. And Drew.
Hello, everybody. I am Drew, he, him pronouns. I don't have my notebook tonight, so I can't do my long intro where I take little bits and pieces of everybody else's intro and I make them my own. So I will just say that tonight I will be playing Callista Amberblood, the Tiefling Twilight Cleric.
Very good. Thank you, Drew. So, we are at episode 50. Last time, during episode 49, the party, along with the Black Viper, had been down in the converted Temple of Asmodeus underneath the Castellanter Villa. They thwarted the cultists that were there. There was only 3 of them. They got the idol that little bit of a lore drop here that I guess they didn't really know about. The idol that had been given to Lord Victorio Castellanter by Asmodeus himself, that had been put in a magical big bowl in front of a statue of Asmodeus. And so they stole the idol, which is one of the keys to get into the Vault of Dragons. They found a secret exit that like exits out through a creek that puts them out like near like the coast, next to Waterdeep. And then they went their own ways, versus like the Black Viper leaving. And then they went back to the Xanathar's lair in order to try and steal the goldfish.
I forgot about this somehow.
Well, it's because we did it so slickly. We didn't
Yes.
have to worry. That was like the most progress we've made in any single episode. We did 2 objectives in one night. What?
Yes.
I was
If
thinking the
only
same thing. I
Peach's
was like,
dad has been there. That was the only time we ever did anything professionally in our entire careers as adventurers.
It was probably like the most productive session ever.
yeah, definitely.
But it just so happened that when they arrived, they luckily ran into an encounter where there was a drow mage who decided to betray the Xanathar, and they followed him down, and then he was like, I have a poison dagger, and slashed the Xanathar in the eye. And so then the Xanathar was distracted, and Basil was able to go vortex warp the fish with the decoy fish, and then they GTFO'd, and now they have all 3 keys.
Still can't believe
Great.
it worked. I still can't believe a fish rolled a 13, or no, a 17 on a Constitution saving throw.
It imbibed too many vibes from the beholder. I'm blaming it on that.
Let's be glad that it happened on the first one that you had that happen. Because then if you had taken the fish and then you had to wait 2 whole rounds, it was like, oh no, there's just no fish in there for 2 whole rounds.
At least he was blind.
Yes.
So now the party has gone back to Trollskull Manor.
Yes.
And they're regrouping and then getting ready to go to Vault of Dragons. And that is like right where we left off. So I will take you over the scene where you are at Trollskull Manor.
Also, I would just like to note that Vittorio Castellanter receives an idol from the literal devil himself, and what he does is put it in a bowl. I feel like he deserves to lose at that point. Like,
maybe it's just a weird way of offering things to him. Who knows?
He put it in a bowl in the corner of his basement.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
like,
even
as
worse.
a devil, I would find that, like, any sane person, if you give somebody like a very special statue, like, oh, hello, Drew, here's a very special statue of myself or whatever, and you're like, great, I'm putting it in a bowl, setting it on fire, and putting that bowl on fire in my basement. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, but
It'd be like
not...
if I went, oh, thanks, Yoy.
Yeah.
You're not
I'm gonna stick it up on my fridge real quick.
You're not an insane, psychotic bad guy. I mean, that's really what it is.
That's true.
Maybe he's only evil because he likes bowls and basements. Maybe that's like the thing that got him like kicked out of the Pantheon initially.
But anyway, Trollskull Manor.
Yeah, I think we had, like, after the fact that we were discussing who we'd be informing. I know we're planning on taking, like, a long rest and gearing up for tonight. Like, this night we go into, actually, the vault itself.
And I believe you had, indeed, convinced Renair to stay at the manor, and then you wanted to take him with you again.
Yes,
Correct.
because we know that Manchun likes to kidnap people and then replace them with snowmen.
Yes.
So we wanted Renair to stay with us and basically be with us whenever possible, so that we would always know which one is the real one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're getting the mushroom from Basil's room and putting that in the bag also. I am going to change into full plate because we're going into a vault and we don't know what's there, so I'll just mark that on my sheet.
Okay.
You have the full plate +1, don't you?
I sent that to the armorer people to make it like easy take off and put on. So this is just my regular plate for now. Yeah.
Got it.
Where is it? Where is it?
Can't just Iron Man that suit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We can't put the. I don't think we could. We're gonna put the mushroom in the bag before we leave for carrying conventions, but I don't know if the mushroom can survive in the bag. Also needs air and oxygen to exist.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume that we're gonna do this as safely as possible to not kill anything, because especially we were handed it and he was like, "Hey, don't ruin this." So
yeah. Although I did ask Jarlaxle if it was okay to put it in a bag, right? Like to put it into the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
And he said yes, as long as it wasn't for like longer than a day or something.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, great. Yeah, we can put that. We'll basically shove everything in the moment we leave, and then take the fish out halfway through, and then the less time we spend with the fish, probably the better, honestly.
I mean, it's not that suspicious that we're carrying around a fishbowl at night. Who knows?
What else are you gonna have in that bag? Like everything else that you still been lugging around, or are you gonna take everything else out?
Everything was taken out besides the chunks of the gelatinous cube.
Oh, okay.
And then I used all of the ones that I had at the party to cause as much mayhem as humanly possible. So I'm probably going to shove in a bunch of reagents and every other potion that I have, which at this point is, hold on, let me read the chart. So we're looking at 6 greater healings, 15 healing potions, 12 basic poisons. 12 basic poisons, 4 essences of ether, 3 serpent's venoms, 2 assassin's blood, 2 I used 1. 2 drow poisons, and then 20 vials of acid, and then 10 potent poisons are all going into my bag.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Along with every other like device.
Everyone comes running in from the other rooms like 5 golden rings.
At some point when Peach is alone, he would like to send a message to Jarlaxle with the special sending stone. That's a 25-word limit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I am going to try and make this 25 words. Everyone else can go ahead and discuss things while I count out the words on this.
I have to get everything. I have to work on my, assuming we're getting a long rest and the walls don't collapse in on us, I have to redo my entire spell list and my infusions real quick. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
All right, it's just me and you, Drew. We got this.
The most important thing is I just need to know when you are all ready to head out to go. But
yeah, so
until
go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, the only thing we need to consider is, like, okay, we're bringing Renair, so we're going to assume he's going to be with us. We're, I guess, notifying Jarlaxle. Is Peach letting us see this, that you're notifying Jarlaxle right away?
Oh, no, this is definitely when he's up in his room by himself after he's, like, changed into, like, while he's changing into armor or after he's changed into it. Like, at some point when he's by himself.
Got it.
Like, he's not going to be in the common room being like, hello.
Got it.
Yeah, because the party knows he has a sending stone to his dad, probably. Like, he's never said it, but I'm pretty sure the party has figured it out by now because he gets depressed so often when his dad was ignoring him. But they don't know that he has a stone directly to Jarlaxle.
Yeah.
when we leave in the morning, I'll also send out a messenger to the Black Staff. That it's just we did it, Basil.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's actually nighttime when we complete the long rest because we did a morning/afternoon raid of Xanathars.
Mm-hmm.
For the party, I have 3 infusions to choose from. I can make a homunculus servant, which could help us out with help actions. I could get the alchemy jug back. I could do a lantern of revealing that could reveal secret passageways and like illusions and stealth people. Or I could do the eyes of charming, which I've never actually used. I thought to use in the last thing that we did, and then I didn't do it. So,
well, I know you got the wand of secrets, don't you?
Yes, I still do have that. So that kind of takes
how many charges does that have?
3 per activation.
Okay.
But the Lantern of Revealing also reveals invisible people, which the wand doesn't do, right? So.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that part.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Just like that would be my vote.
Yeah, I would. That's the one I was leaning towards also.
Pretty sure it's just a thing that is turned on too.
Mm-hmm.
I was just making sure because I didn't want to have like an overlapping ability.
Okay. Yeah, for 6 hours. For 1 pint of oil, which Basil has.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
I don't really have much prep work I have to do here.
Hey, since you need oil to burn it, since you need oil to burn the lamp, if we run out of oil, you could use mayonnaise and it would smell amazing.
Well, I don't have the alchemy jug, so there's no mayonnaise this time, sadly.
No.
That's our party signature, a jug of mayonnaise. Okay, 25 words, so...
Elixir for the day is healing.
Okay, I think I got it. I got it to exactly 25. Shadowed.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so what is your message?
Okay, so... the message to him is Drow Mage Blinded Xanathar, that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Opening vault at Brandath Crypt tonight, that brings it to 10.
Yep.
Friends told Blackstaff, that brings it to 13.
Yep.
Tree outside wants living Brandath blood, that brings it to 18.
Yep.
And then took Renair with us already, sorry, that brings us to 24.
Okay. Yep. Seems good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then end it with bye. Because you have one more.
Yeah. I think if I had one more, I would either say hello or goodbye. But yeah.
Hello would be way funnier.
Hello. Drow Mage Blinded Xanathar.
Oh no, I was thinking if you put it at the end. Like if you did all that and then you went hello.
Did the Artificer book come out yet?
No.
Okay, because the cantrip list seems entirely different from what I remember it being.
There was a UA on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sure I didn't have Ray of Frost before.
There was there was like within like the last few weeks they released an Unearthed Arcana for 5e revised about Artificer.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I didn't even know. I was waiting for the book to come out because I thought that's where all the good stuff was going to be. But apparently they were like, "Hey, hold on now."
Yeah, because I just wanted to double. I was looking at Artificer stuff myself, and I was trying to figure out where the Lantern of Revealing was coming from. Oh, because it's like what's one of the items?
The replicate magic item.
Replicate, yeah. Right.
It's pretty. They're all pretty much replicate magic item. I think I have 2 that aren't, or 1 that isn't. they got rid of healing word? Wild. What?
I guess the only thing I would probably look into, maybe going to like the bookstore and looking for like specific spell scrolls for extra utility. That I don't even know what to look for at this point.
Because I was just trying to figure out if the Lantern of Revealing, where, like, because you said something about that it shows secret passageways, and I couldn't find anything that actually said anything.
It might not be that. I wasn't reading it verbatim when I said that. It was just, it's along the lines of the Wand of Secrets of it uncovers everything around you.
Yes,
I don't think
it reveals invisible creatures and objects.
Yes, that's what I meant. Was the objects part.
Okay. Because like sometimes secret doors are not necessarily invisible doors.
Yeah, I still have the Wand of Secrets, so
True.
I think that's why I'm like, it's already baked in. I don't need to worry about that.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. I was like,
Yeah, tell me. I'm gonna make one level 3 infusion. Tell me everything that's in front of me in the dungeon with extreme detail, and give me all the good stuff.
Seems reasonable.
At least it's not like really broken like that Crown of Greed I gave you in the last campaign.
An absolutely insane thing to give to any PC ever.
Yeah, that was broken.
So
Shadow...
for Tilted and Yoi's edification, this was a homebrew magic item which revealed if and the location of any like gold, gem, or magic items within 60 feet.
Oh god, he just taking like 60 feet, like, I proc it. 60 feet, I proc it.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah. That's pretty much what... Yeah,
I imagine that makes dungeon crawling go to a fucking crawl.
Well, that's why it's called dungeon crawling. It's not called dungeon sprinting.
It was only an action, so really it was just more along the lines of Shadow just needed to know where everything valuable was, and then tell me when I got close.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
It's through that wall, 50 paces to the west.
Shadowed, so looking at spells for the upcoming thing.
Okay.
Catapult isn't the 2014 version of Catapult isn't offered to me on the spell list. The 2024 version is, and I think that they're basically the same thing, but it's on you whether or not I am allowed to take this thing.
If you want it, have it.
Awesome. Basil is constructing a weird ass catapult to pull out of his bag. Awesome.
Just a whole catapult.
I mean, what else do you expect?
That seems certainly fine to me. Well, why shouldn't an artificer get catapult?
Right? It does make a lot of sense.
Yep.
Does Peach get a response at all from the sending?
Yes. Now I'm trying to think of what that response is.
Because he didn't get a response at the party. So he sends this thinking, okay, maybe my dad's boss has died. But I feel like my dad would have told me if his boss died.
No, you get a response like from Jarlaxle himself.
Oh boy.
Basically saying, excellent, thanks for the information. We will see you there.
We.
Mm-hmm.
You say we, Jarlaxle.
Yeah,
if possible, send more information once inside.
Okay. Okay, Peach originally wanted to keep the sending stone to his dad, like just as a freebie, just in case, I don't know, we get attacked. But if he says that, then he's like, okay, then I guess I have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because the Xanathar collecting the fish thing would have been in like morning, afternoon of one day. So then you wait until the end of the day, have a long rest, and now this is the morning of the day afterwards. Is everyone prepared now?
Can I send out a message to the Blackstaff?
Yes, you said that you wanted to do that, so I've considered that.
Awesome. And it's just...
The only thing I would say is I'd probably see if I could find like a couple of spell scrolls in one of the, like maybe the library that could be sold.
Oh, from...
I know, like, what are you particularly looking for, Tilted? It's like, I'm glad you asked.
So, like, from like the bookseller, like if they have any magic scrolls?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Oh, we also have just a freaking pile of wizard spell books that we could probably offload if we wanted.
Yeah, we have a bunch.
Yeah.
Because I'm also thinking of if we need to hide a body in Basil's bag, we probably want as much room as possible, so get rid of those books.
Okay. Spells for sale.
Okay.
Comprehend languages, detect magic, featherfall, find familiar, mage armor, magic missile, shield, unseen servant, arcane lock, continual flame, dark vision, invisibility, magic weapon, misty step, rope trick, suggestion, clairvoyance, counterspell, dispel magic, fireball, fly, non-detection, water breathing, arcane eye, fabricate, greater invisibility, ice storm, locate creature, polymorph, Bigby's hand, cone of cold, modify memory.
Okay, well, how much does it cost for each Misty Step scroll?
75 gold each.
How much for the greater invisibility scroll?
No, I was gonna ask that next.
Greater invisibility is 300.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm out of the running for that bad boy.
It also has to be on your spell list in order for you to be able to use it.
Got it. Well, then that just immediately throws that out the window.
I mean, it's on my spell list, just later. It's much later on my spell list.
If it is much later on your spell list, you can still do it. It just takes an Arcana check in order to try and use it.
How much for the Dispel Magic one, then?
150.
Did we just get money from what we did, or have we not had time to cash that in yet?
We haven't had time to cash that in.
Also, don't take that. Don't waste your money on that. I have Dispel Magic.
You have third level spells. I was like, a third level spell I can cast. Get out of here.
Do you want me to copy and paste that list somewhere?
Yeah, I could also still be tempted into a fireball.
Okay, let me see how well this... Didn't paste it particularly well, but oh no, God. I put that in the wrong spot.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Whoopsies.
Ooh.
The one
this
that
episode is robbing a bank to afford scrolls. You know, Bit 101, that might just be the case.
Why didn't that delete? There we go, delete.
It's called preparation.
Okay. There is your list.
Okay.
With prices.
Yeah, give me a second to look through these.
Robbing a bank to afford scrolls.
Do I get fireball?
I'm just waiting for the moment in which they say, okay, we're all ready, and we're going to head out to go to the vaults.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some extra prep work here, make sure we're good, but unfortunately almost all these spells like tiptoe all around my ranger spell list. Like, you think, oh, Misty Steps, that sounds reasonable for a ranger. Nope. Just, no. Sorry.
Yeah, I was hoping for a counterspell, but...
Yeah, counterspell, I can't do that either. That's, I think, specifically wizards
sorcerer, wizard, and warlock, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Pretty sure I have that ruling on using spell scrolls correctly.
No, that's perfectly fine. I just it's like shoot.
Yeah, no, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think unfortunately just all this stuff kind of goes around what I can do.
Yeah, it has to be on the character's class spell list. If it is, the spell is of a higher level than the character can normally cast in this ability check to successfully cast. Yep. That's pretty much what I said.
No. Now, question, because I have the magic initiate feat, can that work too?
No.
Darn. Okay, then no, I'm good. I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
1 second. I want to see if I can cast Fireball.
Peach is ready. He is in plate. Do I have that? Yeah, okay.
It's on the
Callista will-
artillerist artificer, but not the alchemist.
Yeah. But just base artificer.
Does
Fly
not.
is 60 feet, correct?
Fly.
Yeah, 60 feet
Yeah,
for
gain
the
a flying
duration.
speed of 60 feet.
Can I borrow 150 gold from somebody?
Yeah, sure. I just hand him over the 150 gold.
Yeah. I mean, I could be like, hey, can you just get the fly scroll for me, thanks?
Yeah, I go over and purchase that real quick and hand it over to Basil, stuff into the bag.
Great. It is a thing I can cast at some point, and I have a good enough arcana where it's possible that this happens, and it could get someone out of a pickle. So great.
Or get you out of danger in general too.
Yes.
I mean,
It's
you're
a
probably the
good escape.
squishiest of the bunch.
Surprisingly, I mean, I have a pretty good HP and AC, which didn't expect.
Yeah, I think about you actually might have a higher HP than me.
I missed a little thing, but I'm just going to pretend I didn't see it.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Because technically it's supposed to be any of these spells, if they're in a spell book that you buy, are that price. But if you need to get him to scribe it as a spell scroll, it's twice the listed cost.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
I know I have these written down somewhere, but I have to go through like 7 pages of notes. So give me.
Hey, Mayor
Yeah,
Emmy!
you know what?
Welcome!
Emmy.
Hello,
Hey, Emmy.
hello.
Emmy plays in the Curse of Strahd campaign that Tilted DMs, along with where I'm also a player.
That's right.
Where you guys crushed the shambling mound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they absolutely destroyed it. It was down in 3 rounds, and I think I did 10 damage to one player. That was it.
Certainly not going how the book expects it to go.
No.
He gave us
Granted.
too much shit.
I gave them a good amount of shit, but there was also like a little bit of a rule thing I was messing with and didn't think about at the time. And that was the fact that regular attacks and unarmed strikes are different. And I totally forgot about that. So when you're using a weapon that can do an additional 2d6 radiant damage as like 3 attacks at one turn, it can get a little much.
Probably only knocked like 2 rounds, though, off of...
Yeah, but it would have probably made it a tiny bit more interesting, but it's fine. At the end of the day, I just wanted you guys to have a fun little session that you could say, hey, we got a bunch of cool loot. We're now ready to go and deal with the fun that is the entirety of the Curse of Strahd campaign, and nothing will go wrong. No one's selling dream pastries at all. That was
God,
fine.
the pastries.
Yeah.
The pastries.
I wonder how Goose will react when they discover the truth about the pastry.
One of our players 8-1.
It's fun. Goose also 8-1.
Basil,
Mm-hmm.
are you ready yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'm essentially ready. I have a single spell left to slot, and it's the everything is good but not good enough for me. So you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna put it there again, and then I'm going to be okay. We're fine.
Okay.
My message to the Black Staff is, we did it at the cemetery in the vault. I don't know if we told you the rest of the information, but we're there. Basil.
You're sending this off before you actually even go?
Yeah, I'm sending it with like a messenger who will run there by the time that we get to where we need to go.
Interesting. Okay.
I pick a slow messenger. I pick like old Ted. Right? I don't pick like a sprightly looking fella.
Okay. If so, now you're all heading off to go to the City of the Dead and the Brandath Mausoleum, along with Renair. And everyone roll percentile.
Percentile, that's a 100, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
D100, D100.
61.
97.
75.
51.
These make degrees.
Oh, waiting for my calculator to pop up. There we go. Okay, so that averages out to 71, which means that you get there without any encounter.
We're doing it, guys.
Nice.
It's happening. It's all coming together.
We're amazing. That's incredible. Wow.
No, but if you roll trip zeros on percentile, you instantly die.
That's right. We have a one case study for it right in front of us.
Where'd the goddamn map go? God damn it, roll 20. Where did I put it?
Basil's gonna hand out the 3 drow poisons to the 3 melee combatants here.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
What's it
thank
do?
you indeed.
Oh, actually,
If you put it on your blade and you stab someone with it, they get poisoned, and also they can go unconscious for 24 hours. So, just in case.
I'm going to put you here just in case.
Well, I appreciate that because that means we don't have to murder anyone necessarily.
Well, you still stab them with it.
Yeah.
Still gotta go like in their body and touch blood.
Yes, but I could kind of just poke at their arm as opposed to a vital organ.
Oh, Peach and Cruz, since you guys are both here, and you're like upfront people, take these, and I hand over 2 little. I mean, they look like Coke baggies. I'm just like, so these are the essence of ether. If you just blow it on someone, they can just be paralyzed. So pretty good stuff.
Oh. How convenient. Well, hopefully there is nobody in the vault because, well, the vault has been closed for many, many, many years. I think anything alive down there would be absolutely terrifying. Perhaps some undead.
Well,
yeah,
there's also a possibility once we open the door that it stays open.
Or that, like, this is all a trick that everyone's playing on us to make us look dumb, and that they've been down there the whole time, and they're gonna like point and laugh at us and then try and kill us or something. Yeah, I'm just spitballing.
I think holding aside 500,000 dragons just for a joke seems a little much.
Oh no, the money's fake.
That first part I doubt, but the second part, that's believable.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you arrive near the Brandath family mausoleum in this dead.
Before we get there,
okay,
I'm gonna look at Cruz and Basil and say, why don't you 2 go on ahead? Take Renair with you. I'm going to go pay my respects to Tamaran. Peach, would you accompany me?
Oh, of course. I would gladly accompany you. And he'll doot happily along.
All right,
I
we'll
will
meet by the tree.
I will hook my arm around Peach's wing.
Okay. Well, Callista and Peach roll percentile for me.
Oh.
Veering
Alright.
off of the course is a very, very interesting choice.
D100. $36.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
64.
That's a total of 100.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes so the average result is a 50. So you can pay your respects to Tamarin without anything suspicious happening.
Oh boy.
Ensuring.
You're very close to your father, are you not?
Yes, I am. Well, not right now, because he is far away, but I'm very close to you.
You know, Tamaran was like a father to me.
Oh.
I never knew my parents. He saved me when I was very young. And I'm very bothered by how he's not able to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Once all this is done and over with, I would very much like you to help me figure out a way to help him move on to the other side.
Yes, of course. I think all of us are very dedicated to that task. I think even Basil is dedicated to that task, though I think he is also still in denial about Tam being dead.
Yes, I get that feeling too. You know, Peach, I would like for all of us to stay together as a group after this is over.
Mm.
But I have to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still very upset with you at the
Oh.
very bad deal that you made for the mushroom.
Oh, yes. But then, if we did not take the deal for the mushroom, then we would end up stealing the mushroom, and that would make somebody else very angry at us.
Right, but you made a decision that affects all of us without consulting any of us.
Oh.
And that's not how teams work.
Oh, yes, I see, I see. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes. You know, Cruz told me about this as well, where I act a little bit too much on my feelings.
I think Chris might be right.
Well, yes, of course he is right.
But something that Tamaran told me was that people should be judged by not by the mistakes that they make, but by the actions that they take to rectify those mistakes.
Well, I'm very sorry to say that I do not think I can steal all the money for you, even though I am very large.
No, I don't think that we can steal all the money. Unfortunately, you made a deal and we have to honor that, and I have to be okay with that. But if we are going to stay a group, that means we have to make decisions as a group.
I agree.
All right. It may take me a while to get over this, but I'm trying.
Oh. Well, if we didn't have to rejoin the group, I would suggest us going somewhere to buy some emotional support wine.
You know what will give me emotional support, Peach? Getting into that fucking vault and getting that money.
Well, that is what we are going to do. So, let's go rejoin the others.
All right, come on, let's go.
During
Basil,
this
in the
time,
meantime, has just been lecturing Cruz about not inhaling the essence of ether and all the bad things it can do to the body.
I had a feeling that this was gonna come up.
Oh yeah, no, it's like it's super bad. Like, you know how when you go to blow out, you normally like take a breath in Well, I don't know how it works for the avians of us, but for
we
me,
still
I
breathe.
no, I don't know if there's like a beak thing that you do, or you go in through you know what? I haven't really thought about it. Anyways, if you just don't breathe in at all, because if even a molecule gets inside of you, it's like full paralyzed the lungs, and then you could drown in yourself, and that's I don't want to see that happen to one of my friends.
Yeah, let's avoid that. But
yeah,
on the topic of potions and poisons and all this, you're still looking to make the potions shop, right?
Oh yeah, I mean that's why I'm kind of doing this to open up. I mean, we could just tack it on to the bar, get drunk, get hangover cures, and buy my cheap stuff.
Yes,
even though there's one down the street that I feel like that'd be pretty bad business.
Well, you give different medications, obviously, comparatively to the standard.
Yeah, you could say that.
So I don't think you'll mess with too many businesses that way. But my point being is that all this goes well, and we get the money that we're looking to get here. I have things I do want to invest in, but I do want to also invest in your business.
Oh, I mean, that's incredibly nice of you, but that's kind of like why we're all kind of doing this, is to get the money to invest in our futures.
Yes, but I want to continue to support your endeavors because I see the potential. And I do want to actually bring up a little more personal. I don't really talk about my family life too much, as you are well aware.
Basil's on guard now that you said that he has potential in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't believe you. Okay.
Uh-oh. Basil will remember that.
I've always had suspicions that my mother has been continuously poisoned over a long period of time. And I was hoping someone like you, who's invested a lot of time and effort into looking into these things, can get a breakthrough, find a cure for my mother.
That's kind of like the thesis of what I'm working on. Is I'm trying to. It's a common weed in Waterdeep, and it's poisonous if you eat it. So when I turn it into a healing potion, it would have natural curative properties to poisons. So just by taking the healing potion over a long time, it could break down and dissolve a lot of the more intense stuff. But I could do something like bigger, like do something with my blood. My blood's pretty strong antitoxin.
Well, let's avoid any extreme bloodletting for now and just focus on...
She's not a vampire, right? You got to tell me.
Yeah, she's definitely not a vampire, I can assure you. But I do want to continue and help out in any way I can to help promote your business, but also your research. But I want you to know, I want to help you, but I also want this for my sake as well. So I'm not trying to be not completely selfless, but I want to make sure that you know that I'm here for a reason too.
But there is a selfish reason. Okay, that makes everything so much more on board. I was gonna say, if someone's just giving me stuff for free, that feels super weird.
Well,
my parents always expected something in return, like a return on investment, I'm pretty sure. They said something about my ROI over the course of my life was not very high before they stopped paying attention to me in the long run. So, it took me off guard when you were wanting to do something for my benefit. But that makes it so much better.
Again, I want to say I do want to do this for your benefit, but when there's time, when you've gotten more out of your research, I'm not expecting an immediate return. I just want you to naturally get to that point, and then maybe we can solve the issues there.
All right, so I can mark you down for like 25K, and you, Renair?
Wait a minute. I need some of that.
I immediately look at Renair. I write down 25K in a notebook and immediately turn to Renair. How much can I put you down for?
Wait.
I feel like me and Peach catch the tail end of this, and I look over at him and go, like I said, I'm very upset with you, but I do like you. I do like Cruz, and believe it or not, I do like Basil.
Well, don't worry. I like you very much as well. Did you know it is easier to look at you because you don't look as plucked as all the other ones?
Oh, thank you.
Seeing you two walking back. So we're talking about investing in business opportunities. I don't know how much you all have to spend, but we're about to get a lot of money. So like 25K each. What do you say?
Basil.
I think we need to emotionally support Callista by getting into the vault.
No.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
And Basil, I'm not giving you that much. I'm sorry.
I thought you said that you were doing this for my benefit, to support me in my time of need. I'm so
I
heartbroken.
don't think 25K worth is that warranted.
I thought you liked me.
You are my
Basil's eyes get
friend.
watery.
Investing my entire life savings essentially on you is not something I want to do right now.
I see how far our friendship goes.
Well,
To 25K.
Basil, you do have to remember, Cruz will die long before you do.
What does that have to?
Basil looks excited and then like sad for a second. It's like the process of a child of like, oh yeah, money. Wait, someone's gonna die that I like. So it's just kind of like a smile into frown, and then he goes silent.
Yeah, then Peach takes advantage of this to like gently guide him down the stairs to where the vault door is. It takes a child to mind a child.
I turn over to Callista like, I'm certain you've had a wonderful conversation as well.
Yes. I did, actually.
Okay. Did
Okay,
you?
Great.
So the reason I put you on this map originally. Did you want Renair to say anything to the tree? Because like the tree will acknowledge you as you go by and be like, okay, yep, you're safe to go forward.
Yeah.
We'll have Renair like be like, don't allow anyone but us into this vault, right?
Okay, that's what you want.
Unless someone else has something else to put here, Peach.
Peach has no issues with that.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Yes, I'd agree as well.
So
Because
we're gonna make Jarlaxle fight a tree.
Yep. That is highly amusing. What do you mean?
Yeah, because like again, Peach has a child's mind, so he's thinking, I already warned Jarlax about the tree. Therefore,
Great.
he already knows he has to deal with the tree. I don't really mind if we don't tell the tree to let him in. Everything is good. He's fine. He's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Basil. While we're at it, if there are people that could come in here after the fact, why don't you place grease all over the floor?
What if they're coming in to save us because we're almost dead?
We'll think about that another time. We could just blow it up with fire and then walk through it. It'll be fine.
Oh, don't
Do you remember the last time that we put grease all over the floor and then a civilian slipped on it and almost died?
Yeah, I don't think any civilians just wandering in here. If anyone's coming here, they're coming for the vault.
In the meantime, Peach is like taking the keys out and like placing them very carefully in the case of the goldfish and the mushroom on the floor in front of the vault door.
Do you think one of those trees could walk down here?
I kind of look at you and for like, no.
I mean, we were talking about, people that could potentially come down here. I don't know.
Can you walk on roots? Is that like a?
I feel like the space is too tiny, wouldn't it? Like getting down that is only like
the doorway
10-foot
to
dimensions.
the tomb is quite small, right?
I mean, I've seen Stranger Things.
They could try like horizontal and like scoot in.
Maybe like that shambling man we fought. That could probably do it.
I can't imagine it's gotta be like real tender to walk on roots because they're kind of like nerve endings, so just kind of hurt.
Are they though?
I'd assume they're in dirt and they're kind of like floppy. I always feel bad when I have to like pull something up by the roots. Sometimes I imagine that the plants are screaming at me every time I cut them, and it makes me feel bad.
That is very strange, Basil.
The door to the mausoleum is a double wide and 8 foot tall,
so the tree wouldn't fit.
The tree
probably.
wouldn't fit, but some other large things could potentially fit.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
Okay. So to as a refresher, this is a 20-foot high, 20-foot wide stone corridor. This is an adamantine double door bearing with dwarvish runes. These doors have neither handles nor hinges. The writing on them in dwarvish runes say the 3 keys, bring them forth.
Mm-hmm. I've taken them out of the bag and
Okay.
I've put them down on the floor in front of the door while the others were talking about trees.
As long as you have set them down within 10 feet of the door, then the doors, you can hear the creak and groan of stone on stone as the doors start to slowly slide open. And
do we need to put the Stone of Galore out for that as well, or was that not required?
No.
Okay, that's staying in my bag then.
Aha! I made it work.
Look at that.
Nice.
Oh!
Layered images.
What are we looking at?
Okay.
The door's open.
Gone.
I have a fully shadowed map.
Move to the bottom. You're at the bottom of the map.
Oh no, I'm zoomed out.
Yours is completely
I'll
black.
refresh. Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
We'll see. Once again, I am the odd one out as far as the problems went the last time. It's cool. It's gonna take 10 seconds to load me in to roll 20. Oh no, I see it. Okay, great. We're good. We made it.
If you didn't see it before, it was really cool.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
There is actually a way to get it set up so that it actually animates, but I didn't want to. I didn't have the time to do that.
That's fucking cool.
Okay.
So Peach is going to send his echo 30 feet ahead while he puts the idol back into Basil's bag.
Okay.
The mushroom is also going back into Basil's bag, and then he's going to pause when he picks up the goldfish bowl and look at the others and say, "What do we do about the goldfish?"
I mean, we don't want to harm the goldfish, but we don't want to leave it alone, do we?
Well, I mean, I think as long as you keep... How cold is it down here?
Like 12 to 15 degrees Celsius.
Oh, the goldfish is in a bowl. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, we could just leave it by the door and just put some food in there, and it should be fine.
I don't think it's going to run away.
Well, my concern really is that Manchun is going to come down here, and then he's going to take the goldfish, and that will give him another bargaining chip. So I guess my real question is, who is going to carry the goldfish?
We're all looking at you.
But, so yes, as you collect / deal with the keys after the doors have opened, that they remain open.
Okay, so we
Grease
we
the
can't
entire
close
floors, Basil.
Just pull out a stick of butter. All right, if that's what you... Yeah, all right.
Get to it. 20 feet wide. Let's see it.
Yeah, for what, 10 minutes of work, Basil will grease up, but it's 10 minutes though that we'll miss here as Basil arduously is just rubbing a large stick into the floor.
What an interesting motion you just made. But Peach will ask if Renair wants to carry the goldfish, because we don't really want him running into danger in case he needs to do something to get the gold. And the fish also needs to stay safe. So would he like to carry the goldfish and stay in the back of the party?
Sure, it frees up you folks, so yeah, I'll carry it.
Cool. So Peach gives him the goldfish, and says that if there is a fight, then to put the goldfish down somewhere safe, and then he can join us if he wishes.
Very well. I have no idea what to expect down here.
Well, knowing us, probably something terrible. And I guess we all head in.
Way to keep it positive, Peach.
Well, every time we've gone underground, something terrible has happened.
Well, let's not assume the worst yet.
Yes, maybe this will be the one time that nothing terrible happens.
Oh, yes, hope springs eternal. I learned that in school.
This is quite the large room.
Yeah, and it gets larger. Hold on. Give me a second here. Oh. God damn it. Okay, and reveal. There. Okay. There. That should also all be visible on stream as well. Zoom level that you can see at. Okay. So. Yes. Description. 3 age-worn columns support what look like possibly starting to crumble stone bridges 60 feet overhead. So that's those 3 blocks in the middle of this large room, with the ceiling rising another 20 feet beyond that. So 60 feet up to where you can see bridges above you and 20 feet above that. Set into alcoves all along the sides of this room are 12 sets of double doors made of iron. Each door is 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, and embossed with images of dwarven warriors in plate armor.
Is it like a consistent image, or are they all like different for each door?
It would be different on each door.
Okay.
As the group is doing a tour around and looking at all the doors, Peach says to Rainier, I didn't know your family worked so intensively with dwarves.
Well, this would have been likely something that already existed that my father learned about and then co-opted as a hiding place, I assume.
Oh. Can I check each door for, I don't know, traps or something? Do we need to unlock them?
Well, you can certainly investigate the doors, yes.
Not my strong suit. Basil, can you help? Or can you do it?
So
Basil,
you're just gonna start at, like, say, these ones here, or?
I think what we would do is, like, we do a whole circuit of the room and then maybe start with the one closest to the door. So
Okay. So you'll walk
like,
around
maybe
and look at them
this
first.
one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Basil, who is like fresh from like pounding a grease block into the ground, has like his sleeves rolled up. He's sweating. He's ready cheeked. Someone kind of helped. No. What do you need? Huh?
Help me examine this door and see if it will blow us up if I try to open it.
Okay, yeah, no more rubbing grease into things. That's great.
You did great.
Roll investigation. This bad boy.
I will help.
I'll guidance myself as well, since that makes sense. Two 15s, crazy, man.
Crazy.
Crazy.
17.
Okay. What you discover about this set of doors is that it appears that even though like the hinges would be like behind on the other side of the doors, you're able to like get like some kind of tool or something like back in there, and like as you're investigating these doors, and like these doors will not open.
Can I do Arcana about it?
They're non-magical.
Oh, okay. So it's just like there's something up.
Give me a history check.
Oof.
Assume that we're probably helping you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Still oof. It's
Yeah.
still bad.
An 11 is at least is enough to know that what you know of dwarven architecture is that they like having lots of decorative stuff. So it's possible that these doors are not meant to be functional, but possibly just decorative.
Do I feel airflow coming from like any cracks in the door?
You do not.
Yeah. So Basil's like, they're not. I don't think these are real doors. I mean, some of them might be if we feel like air behind them, but this one isn't. This one's just garbo. Too much work.
Oh, I see.
Fake doors. That makes no sense.
Well,
Yeah,
if it
Maybe
is
that's
meant to
their
be
way
a
of making
vault,
canvases.
well, if it's meant to be a vault, then it would make sense to put fake doors. You know, to
Mhm.
deter robbers and things like that. Well, let's try and find the real doors then.
knowing
So
what to
there's.
look for, Basil will go up and see if there's air coming from any of the doors.
I will help.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Are you sure you don't want it to be anything else?
Well,
Okay,
if it's
no,
perception.
I'll take perception.
17 for Basil and a 13 for Cruz.
Okay. So I'm going to say that you're able to go through and inspect all of the different sets of the dozen doors, and you find that this set here and this set here look like they should be able to open, and will have hallways beyond.
I take out a big yellow hard hat with like an old miner's oil lamp on it, and I light it. And I'm like, okay, well, it's time to get to work. And that's the lantern of revealing now activating.
Okay.
Aww.
He's got his little lantern, his hard hat. Look at him go.
Okay. Is someone going to try and open one of these sets of doors then?
Yes, I will
Can I check
try
it
to
for?
open.
Can I check it for anything? Any kind of traps or
Sure. Go
any
ahead.
kind of
Make an investigation check.
magical anything?
Or you want to see if it has anything magical? Then you can make an Arcana check. Doors are doors.
15.
16.
I roll a 16 on investigation on this door because that was the closest one to Peach when we found out which two could be opened. So he will see if it's safe to open that one. Non-magical traps.
Okay.
16.
Callista, you are able to detect that there's the absolute faintest trace, centuries old, that these doors were probably helped to be crafted with magic in some way, but there's no kind of magical trap or anything to do with these doors.
I think we'll be all right. What do you think?
Do I find any non-magical traps with the 16?
There's no sign of regular kinds of traps.
All right.
I think we should be okay.
All right,
I
on three.
will-
Let's open the door.
Strength check.
2, 3.
3. We push. I roll strength for this.
I
Shadowed.
Oh yeah, or athletics if that's extra.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 15 on athletics.
And the doors groan and swing outward, revealing a hallway.
I got a 1 in my strength check.
You helped. You helped.
Yeah.
You helped real good.
You push like, oh, this is too much. I'm good.
There's the creak of iron. They swing open on their hinges.
Another hallway. My God.
My goodness, indeed. Well, do we
I'll,
want
I'll
to
just
open the other?
reveal this entire
Okay.
section.
Do we want to open the other door right now?
Kind of like peer around the corner here, like, I don't think that's necessary.
Very
Kinda
well then.
opens back.
Okay, so Peach will do
Okay,
the same thing and send his echo forward.
So hold on. Bruce, you went up to here?
You guys entered a room with a big,
Yep.
large painting in it?
Yep.
Gold-
No,
gold.
it's perfectly fine, guys. I'm sure everything's
1,
fine.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you were far enough away. Nope.
All right. No,
Terrifying.
you know.
Okay. But when you did go in, you do see a very expertly carved fresco depicting a battle between dwarves and goblins.
Mm.
Like, the artwork is exquisite.
Is it like done on like stone, glass, or is it like a canvas?
It's a fresco, so like it's 3-dimensional, with like plaster adhered to a wall that's then been painted.
I see. Okay.
What are you guys looking at?
So, Peach
Thing is, like, we
comes
have
up.
no concept of that. This could be bad. There's...
Ah, it's beautiful. What's this doing here?
Can I ask what this is? Is it just a staircase?
Yeah, there's a staircase going down this way.
Okay, Peach is going to have his echo go here, and
Okay.
I'm going to measure... Okay, so he'll linger in this general area because he wants to be able to keep the echo up as a protective measure.
Okay.
Can I make a history check on this fresco? Is this from like any famous stories?
So yeah, this staircase for Peach, it leads upwards. So it's going up to that upper level, presumably where those bridges on top of the pillars.
Mm.
As far as that
These stairs
fresco,
go up.
I think they're busy looking at the painting on the wall.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, I will stay guard down here. Do you want to go up the stairs? I think it goes up to those bridges.
All right, yes, I'll go take a look. I will head up the stairs.
Basil, you're trying to do this from back here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Basil's a very much hands in pockets type of individual where if no one else has gone towards something, he knows he probably shouldn't.
So like Renair will come up and stand beside Cruz and Basil, and like look at this fresco, and he's like, "What exquisite artwork! Such fine craftsmanship! I want to get a closer look."
He's holding the goldfish, guys.
Yeah. So he'll move in.
We don't know.
Oh, no.
This is bad.
This is bad.
I can't stop this.
He'll walk in and look at the artwork. And now,
He gets shot in the head by a crossbow and dies.
Goodbye, Renair.
And I was sitting there, not again.
Mm-hmm.
you
Get
see
a vial of his
Renair
blood.
like walk towards this artwork, and like he stops and he's looking at it, and then you kind of see him like shiver and shudder, and then like shake his head, and he's like, and he says, Oh, there's something strange about that artwork. It had a strange sensation in my head. He walks back away.
All right, creepy artwork it is. Let's get out of here.
Did you just get brain dogged? Are you good? Can I make an insight check on this guy? Is he
Sure.
fine?
Uh,
Does a 22 do it?
He's telling the truth. And he'll add on to say, it felt like I wanted, like as if I was almost being compelled to stay and stare at the artwork and protect it. But then the feeling passed.
Oh wow! So the magic traps is just like making good art. That's kind of wild. Okay, yeah, cool. Terrifying. Okay, we should leave then.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Peach will wait until everyone's gone up before he follows behind with the echo, and then goes up himself.
Or we could sit down here and carve the fresco out and then bring it with us to Troll Call and then use it as protection.
Come on, Basil. Let's go.
Oh, all right. No one wants to
Basil,
carve
I
out a
think that's
fresco?
a terrible idea.
Sure, that makes sense.
So I'm guessing we all go up to the upper level now.
Go up.
Oh.
There we are.
Peach will say, let my echo go first, just in case there are traps. And he will very cautiously do the usual operating procedure now, which is he sends the echo forward, and then every 30 feet he goes forward with the party if nothing bad happens.
Okay. We'll reveal. Long hallway.
Another hallway.
So along this hallway, you see down the length of this hallway are 3 pillars that are carved to resemble warhammers with their square heads pressed against the floor. The west wall, so on the left there, bears a mosaic that depicts a dwarf smith at his forge, creating dwarves out of black metal and diamonds.
Wow.
And it is cracked in places, this mosaic. There are 3 archways along the east that lead to the bridges. So I will reveal that as you approach them. You know what? I will just do this.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean we can see.
Yeah.
We have eyes, can look out over a vista.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yes, so these bridges do look somewhat perilous. They're crumbling due to just like the centuries that they have existed. They all go across to archways on the other side that lead to short hallways leading into more rooms on the other side. I will reveal those if you choose to go closer to this.
Peach is... yes, Callista.
Maybe we should take the most southern bridge. That looks like the one that's falling apart the least.
That's true. So we will all go down there, I guess.
Okay. Well, hold, please.
Oh, okay.
When you reach about this point, in the hallway, so I'll let you
Mhm.
determine your marching order there.
Oh,
And Renair's coming in along behind.
Yeah. The echo is 30 feet ahead.
Okay.
So.
Okay. In
And
a larger crack in the mosaic in the west wall,
Mhm.
you see a a gooey substance that starts to seep through the mosaic, and then it kind of explodes out of the crack in the wall.
Oh
that's not
no.
good.
Horrible.
Basil's like, yes.
The goo spray.
Why isn't this working the way I want it
Danger
to?
goo.
Danger goo.
There it
Danger
goes.
goo.
Player.
I'm gonna
token
goo
layer.
you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh no, that is horrible. I hate it.
So
Mmm.
the
That's
there
not
is
green.
a large kind of like dark red, almost like a deep blood colored ooze springs forth from the wall. And welcome in with for the raid from the kids are asleep.
Hello. Hello, hello.
And now,
Hi.
just before we get into initiative and fighting this ooze, I will ask, do you want to take a break now or after?
I'd say let's
After.
do. You think after? I was gonna say now.
Okay, that's up to you guys.
I'm cool for now.
Who's the tiebreaker? All right, Basil's the tiebreaker.
Okay, so we will go on the break now.
Yep.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry,
They
kids
just
are
got
asleep.
here too, guys. Wow.
I do this to Valerie and Eric all the time. They always
Yeah.
come into my stream right before I go on break.
You mean to do it, you heartless son of a gun.
And remember, everybody, that a break for us is also a break for you. So go have a drink, eat a snack, go to the bathroom, gird yourself for the rest of existence, and we shall see you back here very shortly.
Yep, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. See y'all soon.
Goo to the
See you soon, and thanks again for the raid.
Thanks for the raid. And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We are back from break. And now we are going to watch the party fight and ooze.
Fight and ooze. Fight and ooze. Uh, 21 for Peach.
16 for Callista.
Hey, nice.
I know, right?
You rolled higher than me.
It's about
Good
fucking
job.
time.
I thought it landed on the nat 20. I was wrong. It landed on the 8. So 11.
Oh.
I mean, I'm here as a passive observer, waiting to grab the ooze and put it in my bag.
Of course, of course.
Okay. Looks like... I guess I need to roll for Renair. He did not roll well.
It gives him time to put down the goldfish. It's okay.
Okay, so this
Fine.
ooze, which is kind of dark blood colored, is bursting through the wall, looking to attack who is ever coming through down this hallway. And Peach goes first, then will be followed by Callista, then the ooze, then Basil, then Cruz, then Renair. Or rather, Basil and Cruz, who of you has the higher dex?
I'm assuming me.
16.
18.
Yeah, okay, so Cruz, then Basil.
Okay, so Peach, I'm going to put Peach here, but he's basically standing in Basil's space because I believe he can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is also going to move his echo the 25 feet to be here.
Okay,
And then bonk. It's bonking time.
okay.
The box.
19 to hit.
19 will hit.
With 9 points of bonk. Second bonk is only 13.
Okay, so we had 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second hit was a 13.
Yes.
So that does not hit.
Mm-hmm. And that's basically all I can do.
Okay. Alright, so that'll be it for Peach's turn. That takes us to Callista.
So I think about a play that I saw one time years ago about a giant blob and how it was defeated by cold. So I'm going to cast Frostbite on it.
Okay.
It's got to beat a Constitution save 16.
Well, that's an 18.
Ah, damn.
Dang.
So that's on save no damage.
Probably because it's only a cantrip.
Yeah.
On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
nothing on save.
Yep.
Okay. Bad.
And yeah, that's all I got for now.
Okay. Okay. Then we'll go to the ooze. And the ooze, as it's still partially coming out of the wall and it's trying to form itself into some kind of shape. It seems to momentarily be able to shape its head into the head of a dragon.
Oh. Unpleasant.
and
Not
then
concerning.
the dragon head opens, and like part of the ooze itself then launches itself out of the dragon's maw.
Ew.
The weirdest dragon breath ever.
Yes. 30-foot cone. So I'm believing this then affects Basil, Cruz, and Callista. Oh, and probably Renair. But since Peach is around it, then it's not like directly in front of it, so it's affected by the cone. So that is a dexterity saving throw, please. 18 for Cruz. 8 for her Callista. And Renair got an 18.
9.
And 9 for Basil. Okay.
Hovered on that 13 for a while. No, didn't want that.
Okay. So on a failed save, this is Basil and Cruz. You will take 24 acid damage.
Holy shit.
Wait,
Damn.
I failed?
Oh wait, no,
me.
no, sorry, Callista and Basil. 24 acid damage. And well, you can't really get pulled any closer than you are currently. On a successful save, this is Renair and Cruz, you will take 12 acid damage.
Still painful.
And then...
Oh, there's more. Great.
Yes, it'll, like part of the ooze then like kind of like lashes out, and it kind of goes off in the direction of, I believe this is Peach Echo down, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be a 10 to hit, so that won't hit.
No.
Okay. All right. That's it for the ooze. Now we'll go to the aviary.
That's right. So, first up, I'm gonna move over here so that cone shit isn't a problem. But I'm gonna stay in its like area so I don't get an opportunity attack happening. I'm just gonna stay in its area. Then I guess it's just time to go some whacking. 15?
15 will hit.
Okay. So let me roll that. So 4 damage is the one-handed version.
Okay,
And-
4 damage. Okay.
Yep, and then Umbral Strike adds an additional 4. Is my sword activated at this point?
Well, it would be daytime, correct? So no.
Okay, then that's that for the first attack. Then I can make my other 2 attacks. 20, dirty 20.
Yeah, so that's a hit. 8 damage. Okay.
And then the last strike is a 22
Also a hit.
for 7 more damage.
Okay. Folks have magical weapons.
I'd hope we get
Indeed.
this far in a campaign with magical weapons.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you moved and you did 3 attacks. Is that it for the aviary?
Yes. Can't
Okay.
really do much here.
That takes us to Basil.
Basil's cloak has just been dissolved off of him. It's the only non-magical thing that he wears.
Hmm.
Not another one. He's gonna fully disengage, tuck and roll away to behind the hammer.
Yep.
And then with his bonus action, problem is if I get hit again and fail, that's a dead. But healing on an action is so much better. Nah, he's gonna take a regular healing potion anyways. It's just safer. and that's gonna be the end of his turn. He can't be in there.
Okay, so you're rolling a healing potion for healing?
Yes.
Or did you use it as a full action?
I can't, because I disengaged.
Oh, you disengaged. Got it. Okay, so now you do need two d4s.
I'm getting a spreadsheet of so 12.
Hey, there you go.
Max value. Now you're as injured as I am.
And then Basil essentially just hunkers down so he can't get caught in that stuff again.
Okay, well then we'll go to Renair, and Renair will he's holding the goldfish bowl. He looks over at Basil, and he looks over at the ooze, and he's like, "Should I get involved?"
Basil's like, "No, don't do it."
Okay, so and then the Renair will then go off and try to hide behind Basil, also behind the pillar. We'll go to Peach.
Okay, so I didn't roll Dex because my icon was here, but I had specified that I was standing in Basil's space, so I should have rolled a Dex saving throw with everybody else.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do that right now. Dex saving. Which is a natural 20.
Okay.
So I take half damage.
Yeah,
you said.
Yep.
12. That's a
20.
12. Okay. So there we go. So that's
I forgot
done.
that you were supposed to be in Basil's space.
Yeah, so now that Basil's not there, I don't have to worry about blocking his icon, so I will move it there. And then I'll kind of shake the goo off of myself. Swap places with my echo, and then my echo will move out of the way of the spray, and then I will bonk.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, 13 again, so that doesn't hit.
13 does not.
Oof, that's even worse. That's an 11.
The ooze is just shifting its body out of the way of your glaive, trying to strike at it.
Yeah, I will use one incarnation and see if I can get rid of the bad roll.
Okay.
18?
18 is a hit.
Okay, cool. And that's for 13 points of bonk.
Okay.
Yep, and that is everything I can do.
Okay. That was Pete's turn. That takes us to Callista.
So, let me check to see what I have in my inventory.
The ooze is now looking like it's like parts of it are missing, and it looks like it's been taking some damage.
Okay, so I have a I have a potion of greater healing and a potion of superior healing, but I just have them marked down. Which one? Superior is obviously better, but what is the plus on both of those?
Greater healing is 44 plus 4. Superior is 8d4 plus 8.
What about a regular potion? Because I have one of those too.
That's 44 plus 2.
All right, I'm going to take that. So let me take that out of my thing. Okay. So 4d4 plus 2. You said, right?
Oh, sorry, 2d4 plus 2.
Regular is 2d4 plus 2. Greater
2d4.
Regular is 2d4 plus 2.
Yes.
Greater is 4d4 plus 4. And superior is 8d4 plus 8.
Okay. So I'm going to do... So that's 3, so I got 5 back. That's not great.
Are you using it as your action?
No, isn't it
Okay.
bonus action to take
Bonus action, yeah.
it? All right. So that's my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And for my action, I will cast. I was gonna cast one thing, but I don't know if I want to. Let's go with Ice Knife. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Yay.
Isn't it also an AoE spell?
It's fine. You guys
No.
can take it.
Wait.
It's a 60-foot spear, yeah.
How did I get?
At least according
6-foot
to
range,
this thing.
it's 5-foot sphere.
Oh, a 5-foot sphere.
Okay. Well, then it's a large creature, though. So that's great.
Yeah.
It just takes all of it.
Sucks. All right. Fucking 2 damage.
Well, 2 piercing and 11 cold, it says here.
Yeah.
Oh,
You get the
really?
11 cold.
You did 13 damage total.
Oh, all right. Because it's only showing 2 damage on my thing. On D&D Beyond, it's only showing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did 13.
All right. On D&D Beyond, it only showed the 2. It didn't show the 11.
That's a real
Okay,
bummer.
that's fine.
Yeah, because
It's rough, buddy.
so it was a 15 on the ranged spell attack, which hits, and then you cast it at first level, so then that does 2 piercing damage and 11 cold damage. 2 of that, and the ice doesn't seem to affect it as much as you hoped.
Oh, damn.
And
The
then
target and each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw on 2d6 cold damage.
Thing is
That-
that technically speaking, if you shoot at the center, it would count as a 5-foot square or radius.
Yeah, because once it hits, it explodes.
Mhm.
So it's 1d10. Hit or miss the shot, then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet must make a success. All right, so yeah, it's got to make a dex save.
Yep. So that's a 14. So your dex save is 16. So that's a
16.
fail.
It fails.
Yep. So 2d6 would be 7 more.
Okay. Halved. Okay. Okay.
And that's that.
Okay. Yeah, and if
That's what I
you
got.
aim at the middle, then it won't quite reach Peach and Cruz. So they're okay.
Okay.
Okay. That takes us.
I aim it at Cruz.
That takes us to the ooze,
But why?
who now finishes seeping out of the wall and is now all
Gross.
the way properly. And I need to click a thing. Did not recharge. Okay,
Good.
so it will lash out with its pseudopods at I guess we'll probably make that Callista and Peach.
It procs Sentinel when it attacks Callista, because that's the real me,
Okay.
and Callista's within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Like after its attack, Peach can make an attack on it
Mhm.
as an
Yeah.
opportunity attack.
Okay.
And it also reduces their movement to 0 if they were gonna move, but I doubt it.
Like
That-
it's moving anywhere.
That's a 15 on the attack roll against Callista.
No.
15 does not hit. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So now Sentinel, so then Peach gets an attack on it. Is that how that?
Yep.
Yes. Bonk. A 14.
14 does hit.
Wahoo!
We found the number.
We know the number now. It's above
9
13.
points of bunk.
9. Okay. Oh. So I can't move. You use that reaction opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it can still try to attack you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing would be as if it killed it, but obviously that's not the case.
That's a 24 to hit.
Oof.
At disadvantage because I'm wearing the cloak.
Great. 21 to hit.
Okay.
That will hit.
Shadow, you have to roll bad at some point. You understand that, right? It's got to happen at some point in the campaign.
Okay, well, so that will be 8 bludgeoning damage
Mm-hmm.
plus 13 acid damage.
8, 13.
And you are now grappled.
Interesting.
Don't like that.
Okay. That takes us to the aviary.
Yes.
The oohs and ahs of the crowd. Oh god, Arv. Also, welcome, Arv.
Welcome
Hello,
in,
Arv.
Good to see ya. Gotta give him a couple of sword slashes. That's a 7.
That does not hit.
And a 12. All right.
Nope, that
Oh,
doesn't hit
no.
either.
That's, yeah, I've got nothing else. All right. Go next.
Okay, Basil, you're up.
How bad does Peach look?
I look like I've been murdered by 50%.
Okay, but you're at 50%. You're not below it.
Yeah, I'm at 50%.
Just
Okay,
currently getting grappled right now, though.
And how bad does the ooze look currently?
The ooze looks like it's at about a 7th of its health.
Okay, Basil's gonna tactical roll out from behind the hammer, raise the alchemical crossbow up. Go. I didn't put on the right attachment today for this, and shoot it with a ray of frost.
Okay.
Does a
Dang, a
28
critical hit.
Dang.
Shit. Okay, he's
Dang.
popping off.
Okay.
So it's 16 points of cold damage immediately, followed by 12
halved.
points of cold damage.
You said
8
16?
plus 6.
Yeah, it's 28 points of cold damage immediately, halved.
28
So 14.
halved is 14. All right, you have defeated the ooze.
Woo.
Nice.
Power
Peach
cold,
shakes
baby.
Peach shakes off the frozen chunks of ooze. Thank you, Basil. And I will.
Basil's still shell shocked from like being engulfed in ooze earlier. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that was not a pleasant experience.
Oh, I gotta scoop it before it ooze
Oh,
evaporates.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Oh,
I was going to ask Basil to make like a nature check, I think.
Yeah, I can do that.
Determine the nature of this ooze.
16.
you heal for 9 there, Peach.
oh, thank you.
Okay. So with that 16, and due to its color and the way that it behaved with trying to form that dragon head, you were able to tell that this ooze was created magically using dragon blood.
Oh.
Basil just starts pouring out empty glass vials that he has and scooping as much as he can, like scraping the ground, trying to get everything in.
What's so valuable about it?
Basil looks up, full wide-eyed, still a little bit shell-shocked, and just goes, "It's dragon blood."
Oh, well, that's very valuable. Oh, wait. Oh, God. There's a dragon in here, isn't there?
Peach is going to drink a greater healing potion while Basil is scraping up the frozen goo. That's 4d4 plus 4, drinking it as a full action, so that's 16 plus 4, 20 points back.
Basil will also give you another greater healing potion to keep on you.
Ah, thank you.
That brings me down to 4.
And I get you to just subtract 1 off of the regular healing potion because I'm going to down one of those too.
Yeah, I'm also going to take one.
Yeah, I'll hand 2 more out. 15.
Yeah,
I made a lot
better.
for a situation just like this.
Yes.
Do I need to roll anything, or how many vials? How many vials can I get off the ground with this?
Yeah, give me a d20 roll, straight d20.
Oh boy, this is gonna go either great or terrible. There's no in
crit,
between here.
Crit.
15's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's pretty
Nice.
solid. 75%.
Yeah.
3/4 of 6.
Wait, 3/4 of 6.
4.5.
So call it 4 vials. Call it
Okay,
4
yeah.
vials.
That hurt my brain a lot less.
I'm good at maths, guys. We got this.
Basil, did you say you handed me a healing potion?
Yeah, I handed anyone who took a healing potion another healing potion back out.
Okay. A regular one?
Essentially, yeah, to just replace the thing that you just took.
And then
I took a greater.
Lesser, regular, whatever the one that you. If you took a greater, I'll give you another greater. But
we have way less of those.
Yeah.
And Renee
How
will
many of
come
those
up.
do you have?
Renee will come up. Hey,
5.
could I get one of those? I got
greater
caught in
or
the
lesser?
spray.
Yeah, you want the big juice or the little juice?
Probably just a little one.
I'll give him a healing potion as well.
Because that does
2d4 plus 2.
8, 10. Okay. 10 total.
Drew, did you want greater or regular?
Greater.
Okay, so I'll mark that down, and then I'll add 1 back to the regulars.
All right. So when the ooze attacked, you're on your way down to the southern archway?
Yeah.
Southernmost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Because
Okay.
that looked the most stable, as Callista noted. And Peach is going to say, "Oh, should I take my armor off for this?"
Probably not a bad idea.
It's probably yeah, because you can fly, so this kind of and shortcut all of this just in
Yeah.
case.
So he takes off his armor, puts it into the bag of holding, and does the thing of having his echo go first.
Mm-hmm.
And Cruz, oh yeah, thank you. And then basically, yeah, letting his echo go ahead and then moving. He will offer to carry Basil, since he can fly with Basil.
Oh, right, yeah, that's actually probably smart for Basil, instead of him making dexterity saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to grab a set of rope, attach it to myself and Callista, and I'll say, Callista, go and go first. If something happens, I can pull you up.
No, you go first.
I'm probably a little bit heavy, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
And Rainier, you go after Cruz.
Oh, okay.
This isn't like a fun Zelda puzzle where the floor is secretly fine and it's just invisible.
So hold on. Peach, are you actually flying across, or are you just like sending?
Yeah. So I'm having the echo cross
Teleport?
normally. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the echo is crossing normally because it's an image. So I guess it's not really a creature. So
It
if
doesn't really have a weight either, would it?
Yeah.
No.
So I'm going to fly Basil over here, and then put him on solid ground, and
Okay.
then I'll get the goldfish. So if Renair falls, he doesn't smash the goldfish, and I'll put that down next to Basil.
You know what the
And
funny
then,
thing? Okay, well, continue.
yeah, and then after that, I will like basically have the echo stop where everything seems stable, and then I will like land where I think everything is stable. Okay, so that's 30 feet. And I say, okay, Cruz, do you want to switch places?
Oh, right. I forgot we could do that. I mean, sure.
Yeah, and then I'll start teleporting people across the funky section, if that is okay with you.
You'll just teleport them across?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did we solve your bridge puzzle? Puzzle master?
Don't say it like that. He could just go like, you know what? Actually, it collapses right here. Right where you're teleporting.
Yeah, it collapses here and here.
Oh no.
Okay, so everyone will wind up on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I will dress myself after that.
I give the goldfish back to Renair. Your responsibility, sir.
Okay. This room.
It's a freaking dead end.
Oh. Hold on.
Hmm?
You were all supposed to die the moment you crossed the bridge. Let me go back.
Apparently, I was mistaken in that these arches here are supposed to have actual doors, and they're not just open. So, back up, please, Peach.
Uh-huh. Da-da-da, da-da.
I mean, we know. We open the door.
We're committed at this point.
Just let me do my thing.
Right.
Okay, you're allowed.
Okay. There is an adamantine door in this archway on the other side of the bridge.
Mm-hmm. I guess once Basil investigates to make sure it's trap-free, Peach will do a muscle to open it.
Do you need investigation or arcana checks here?
Well, which way would you like to inspect it?
Both, if possible.
Okay, which one will you try first?
Investigation first.
Okay.
22.
22.
I'll try Arcana.
I have a +4.
So do I.
Okay, rad. That's great. That's great news.
Okay, so the 22 investigation, there is no kinds of traditional mechanical traps or anything like that on this door. A 10 on the Arcana check. There is something magical going on with this door, but you're not quite sure what it is.
I will tell that to Basil. I think there's something going on with the door. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's a trap or if it's just residual old magic like the other doors.
Can Basil roll a Arcana check here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nope.
No.
Just like
no.
Basil looks at the door.
Same
Really?
amount of knowledge.
It looks. I mean, what magic could even be left here? It's probably fine, right? It's been like this for millennia? What's going to happen?
I-
We push the door open and a ghost pops out? That's crazy.
I mean, I agree. I think it is fine.
I will strength check the door then, or athletics the door.
Okay.
We'll all get gust of winded off the edge of the cliff.
15. Same as before.
That, or it's the door that makes you old.
Okay. You are unable to open the door. It seems to be magically sealed.
So Peach shoves this door.
Like
and...
you notice like the slightest bit of give, but you would have to like try a lot harder.
It feels magically locked somehow. It's not really moving the same way a normal door would move. I'll try again. Is that all right?
Yep.
I also didn't see anything with my investigation roll
23.
that would be like some form of unlock for this.
So the athletics check you needed to beat was a 22.
Shit.
So you are able to, with great effort, push this door open, and it breaks it breaks the arcane lock that was like it's literally arcane lock.
Okay. So you see Peach, you hear Peach say this, and then he kind of fluffs up like a Ghibli character in under his armor, and then just shoves the door with all his height and weight, and the door opens.
Good work.
What do we see?
Okay, now you get to see.
Oh my god, I've never seen this before.
The north, east, and south walls of this 20-foot-high room are adorned with dust-covered frescoes depicting dwarf smiths at work in their forges. An iron anvil sits atop a raised stone block in the middle of the floor. Both the anvil and the stone are draped in cobwebs.
Well, this looks extremely normal for a door that was magically locked.
Yeah, I don't trust it for a second. Basil, the goggles.
Yeah.
Investigation mode, go.
You want to give me like a good 10 minutes? Or I guess I can just cast.
We got nowhere else to be at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll start like putting new lenses in and etching them with detect magic, and then slap them on and detect magic this whole room up.
Oh, detect magic on this whole room, eh?
Does anyone have any black metal?
No.
That's smart.
Because I have a diamond, and when we first walked in here, there was a fresco of a dwarf hitting an anvil that had a black metal and diamonds on it.
It might be in one of the other rooms. Because we need a hammer too, right?
I would imagine, yes.
Also,
well,
aren't your diamonds for resurrecting us if we die?
Yes, but I have a couple of them.
Well, while you are etching your goggles, I could fly over to the other bridges and see what is going on there.
Basil gives a thumbs up as he's just like carving things into glass.
Peach will unhinge himself out of his armor and fly over to this place. The middle bridge.
The middle one. Okay. That also... Okay, double hold it. It also has a similar adamantine door at this archway.
Okay. So he suspects he's going to have to roll really high on athletics. So here we go.
You got it.
Nope, that's a 10.
Okay.
Pulled a muscle, but it's okay.
Yep. So that door won't budge. Okay. Do you want to continue, or shall I deal with Basil? Or
I would like to continue, but we can jump back to Basil. I'll just roll quietly in the background.
Okay.
Is there a limit to how many times I can roll for this, or
We just hear Peach in the background every so often just go, hey!
Hey.
I will say like 3 per door
Okay.
at
So
at this
here's-
point.
Okay, 3 per door. So here's...
Okay. So... okay. You notice that the anvil and then also on the southern fresco, a hammer, like that's like part of the stone fresco on the south wall, both are emanating magic.
What type of magic for each of them?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I hate how it never tells me.
Because if it's like enchantment magic on the fresco, it's another one of them stay here forever paintings.
I guess technically this would be... it's either evocation or abjuration.
Okay. On the fresco or on the anvil?
It's the same on both.
Oh, awesome. Great. I'll relay that, and Basil will just shrug. I mean, evocation, it's kind of like murky between evocation and abjuration. It's, it one would mean that it's probably like a timeless spell to keep it good forever, or it could make something. I don't know.
Yeah, so you were specifically like inspecting this with like the magic goggles to see if anything was magical, right? Callista or the aviary were like you wanted to like get closer to investigate anything in particular?
I'll give you guys that it's all clear to enter the room, with the fresco not being one that enchants your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So yeah, I'll move up and I guess I'll check out the anvil.
I'll let Cruz go in there. I'm gonna keep an eye on Peach.
Okay. Yeah. So there are this anvil is kind of like it has cobwebs and dust. Do you want to like try to brush any of that away, or?
Yeah, I'd probably try to clean off some of the random mishmash. See if there's any like descriptions or anything.
Yes,
or, like,
you
names.
see an inscription on the front, so on the western side of the anvil, written in Dwarvish runes. But you probably don't read Dwarvish?
Nope,
but
don't
Basil
have that
does.
on my languages.
Oh yeah, I have Dwarvish as language.
Okay.
I'd probably go like, hey, Basil, you can read and write Dwarvish, right?
Yeah, I had to take it as a junior in college to write papers for people. Yeah.
Oh, good. Then you can read this, and I go and point at the anvil.
I'll read it.
Okay, so it reads as follows: "Let the hammer fall and the anvil ring."
I just look at Callista. I think you got it in one.
I guess I will also inspect the fresco of the hammer in particular.
Okay. It looks like that the hammer can be like lifted away from the fresco.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Should I pull it out of the wall? It looks like it can be removed.
Yeah, it says let the hammer. It says it's hammering time, basically.
Oh, okay. So I go ahead and I grab it from the wall. And, like, I don't know if I need like an athletics to try and pull it out or.
No, you can just grab it.
Okay, so I pull it out.
Okay, when you do so,
okay,
you notice that it leaves behind a hammer-shaped indentation in the wall, and like in the indentation, there is another inscription in Dwarvish rune.
Oh, Basil, there's more writing.
I get on my tippy toes.
Okay, these ones read, "Let hearts be lifted and battles won."
Well, we did kill a thing, so it says something about hearts and minds, something like that. Yeah, I think we're good.
Should I bang the anvil?
That's what the anvil. It said it's hammering time, so it makes a lot of sense.
All right, so I turn over to them. I'm like, all right, everyone stop. Hammer time.
Okay, well, do you want to call Peach back first before you do this? Who is in the room?
Currently, it's just me and Basil, technically.
Yeah, it's just the two of them. I said I was going to stay outside and keep an eye on Peach.
Yeah, you see Peach fail to open the middle door, but he does open the one furthest from us.
Okay.
Would you have come back by now?
Yeah.
It
Probably.
depends on what is in this room.
Okay, I will read what you see in that room.
Mm-hmm.
There is a 10-foot tall statue that is painted of an armored male dwarf wielding a battle axe and wearing a mask. Before the statue set into the floor, is an adamantine hatch door.
Okay. Is there nothing else?
Nothing else that you can see.
Oh, okay. I will try to lift the hatch. Athletics?
Okay, before you do so, give me a religion check.
Oh, okay. Religion. Not my strong suit. A 4.
Okay.
Nice.
You do not recognize what this statue might be. Then you try to lift the hatch door.
Mm-hmm. It's a 12.
With a 12. And it doesn't budge a millimeter, at all.
Okay.
Sounds like
now,
a challenge.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, jeez. Saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
17.
Okay. So as you're trying to heave on the hatch door, the eyes of the statue start to glow and then shoot fire at you. And you fail the saving throw, and you will take 22 fire damage.
Oh, shit.
Got some Indiana Jones type shit here, bro.
So, Callista, you are... You see this explosion of smoke come out from the door, and then Peach wheels out, vaguely singed, ah!
Well done.
Peach, what are you doing over there?
Well, there is a trapdoor, and when I tried to open it, the statue shot fire at me.
Well, perhaps you should come back here then.
So he flies back, he sends the Echo with him, and he asks if Callista knows anything about dwarves or dwarven gods or anything like that. And he'll describe the statue to her and ask if she happens to recognize that figure. Renair too, I guess, since he's there.
Okay. Callista, since you're a cleric, I'll allow you to make the religion check at advantage.
Well, I got a 20.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'll stick with the 20.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good.
You don't want to take the 11? Are you sure?
So due to the whole shooting fire from the eyes and that it's a with the mask and all this kind of stuff, you're pretty sure that this sounds like Gorm Gulthin, dwarven god of vigilance. who also has an epithet as Fire Eyes.
Hmm.
How lovely.
Yes, it's the god Fire Eyes. Which seems fitting. I don't know what that would have to do with a trapdoor. Or what that would mean.
I think it was there to protect the trapdoor because it didn't shoot fire at me until I tried to lift it.
Yes, it is a god of vigilance, though, so it's got to be protecting something.
Well, let's see what the others are doing. And then
Guys, we're gonna hit an anvil with a hammer. It's gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be so amazing.
Oh, are you sure you would not prefer me to do it?
Oh right. Our king of bonk. There, over here.
I put my armor back on because I was naked for this whole thing.
Yep.
So I'll go in there, and I will take the hammer, I guess.
To anyone outside, I'm like, we don't know what this is gonna do. We might collapse all the bridges. We might lock us in the room. Well, we are gonna scoot in.
No, I'll stay right here, thank you.
Yeah. Do I need to roll to bonk the anvil?
So Basil, Cruz, and Peach will be inside the room.
Would Renair be in the room as well, or no?
No, Renair's gonna stay out here with me.
Okay. You do not need to roll to bonk.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere.
So the anvil is then struck by the stone hammer, and it rings out a very clear tone within the room, and Callista and Renair outside. You can hear this, but it's like a lot less than the effect inside the room itself. Those of you inside the room, for the next 24 hours, you gain 12 temporary hit points, plus 2 to your AC, and plus 1 to all attack rolls.
Damn. That's what I'm talking about.
We like that.
2 AC, 2 whole AC.
How can I even adjust that right now?
If you click on the armor class in D&D Beyond and you go under customize, you can add additional magic bonus.
Okay.
And then you just have to remember to take that bonus away when
So Callista and Renair, you do not gain these effects.
That's fine. I gambled and lost. What are you gonna do?
It is what it is.
And you said we get plus 2 to attack as well?
It was 12 temporary hit points, plus 2 to AC, and plus 1 to attack rolls.
Plus 1, okay.
How do we change that?
Yeah, that one's probably a little bit more tricky to actually do.
We're just gonna 1, 2. Okay.
I'm just writing it on a piece of paper.
Fair.
Drew almost had me fooled into thinking that this would be a bad thing, but I was like, nah, man, no way.
Couldn't be.
Peach will put the hammer back, and then... Wait, he's not going to put the hammer back. He's going to poke his head outside and say, tell the others what happened.
Okay.
Do you want to come in and I hit the handbill again and see if
I didn't mean to do that. Ignore that.
Yeah, but basically he tells Callista and Renair what happened and asks if they want to come in and hear the anvil.
I mean, we can try, but I don't know if that'll work.
Is there still magic in the objects?
Yes.
All right.
It looks good.
So
I'm gonna get out in case it makes my nose bleed this time.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Peach will bonk the anvil for Renair and Callista then.
This time, when the stone hammer contacts the anvil, there is just like a flat clank and no ringing of a pure tone.
Oh. Peach looks at Callista and says, "Well, I suppose not." And he puts the hammer back in the fresco.
Yes, that's all right.
And then he's going to tell the others that he couldn't open this room, and he'll tell them about the trapdoor and the fire eyeball guy in this room. And he's going to say, Basil, would you mind coming with me to the room to see if perhaps you could help me disable a trap?
Yeah, all right.
Armor into the bag, and away we go.
Okay.
You and me.
And me and you.
We go in, and Peach will tell Basil very sternly to not touch the trapdoor. Otherwise, he will be shot with fire.
What am I gonna lift? With what? These noodle arms?
Well, just because you touch it, it might be enough to set off the trap, is what I mean.
I still have detect magic going, and
Okay.
by revealing lantern.
Mhm.
So first of all, there's no hidden assassins anywhere, correct? That's
No,
the first
there
thing
are
to
not.
get it out of the way. Second of all, so is there magic coming from the statue currently, or is
Yes.
it just the eyes? Okay,
There is an aura of evocation magic on it.
great. And it looks like it's enchanted in some way, and not like this isn't a construct. This wasn't built more so that magic was imbued to it. Like I can't turn this off by just flipping a switch or taking out a gem.
Yeah, like it would require like dispel magic.
I'll basically give it a once over, sit and think. Yeah, this isn't really a me job. This is a, dispel magic type of activity, which I believe is a Callista job.
Peach goes out there and he says, Callista, can you dispel magic?
Yes, but this other door that you couldn't open, is that magically locked?
I don't know. He picks up Basil and goes to this door.
Yeah, they all would have had the arcane lock on them, but it's that 20. Like if you get that 22 on the athletics, that'll open anyway.
Can I try to give Peach a help action?
Sure.
On this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That confers
Guidance.
advantage.
Yeah, I'll guidance and help action you.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, that's my help action is giving you guidance.
If I attacked the door, would I get the plus one? Like
No.
it's okay. I'll just,
this requires like an athletics shove.
Okay. I will do the thing. Okay, so advantage on 22.
Dang, there it is.
24.
Okay,
and then
all right.
plus
Ooh, even
34.
better.
So 24 plus 2. 26.
Push it off its hinges. Get it on the floor.
All right, you are then able to open that door.
With the power of friendship! Thank you, Basil. I really could not have done it without you.
I do think you could have. I really didn't do much. Oh, this one's a lot of statues, huh?
So this room is very dusty and has lots of cobwebs. There are, though, in the room 4 suits of rusted armor, but no helmets, size for dwarves, standing in the corners.
Those goggles still going.
You can see that there is an inscription on the far wall.
Is it also in Dwarvish, I'm assuming?
Yes.
And there's no... I'm not going to step in a puddle of magic when I start to cross this room? This thought process... you have to think about it. Scares me.
Okay, so... There is magic in this room. The entire room is magic.
Okay. Bad magic? Are we talking like evocation, or are we talking
It would be I guess this would technically be illusion magic.
oh boy. Basil will gulp. Like, okay, so technically he can't really hurt us, but just in case, Basil will tiptoe into the room.
If he is apprehensive, Peach will have his basically manifest his echo here, and then pick Basil up, put his armor back on, and then pick Basil up, and then walk into the room with him up to 30 feet, so that if things get screwy, they can just teleport out.
Okay. Nothing happens when you walk in the room. You can go up and inspect that inscription.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay. It reads, "A secret never told before will part Dumathoin's lips."
Just turn around. Okay, Peach. So, you were young once, right? I mean, you're still young, but I'm talking like little kid young, right?
Yeah?
Did you ever, tinkle the bed?
Did I ever what?
Tinkle the bed. Water the garden.
No?
So, when I used to a lot as a kid, because of all the pressure that was put on me, and then it went away by the time I turned 16. Thankfully, once I got out of the normal schooling experience and I started progressing into higher academia, and then when I turned 24, I had to start wearing diapers to bed because the stress got too much, and I would tinkle the bed a lot. And I haven't told anyone this until this moment.
Oh, I see. Thank you for giving me this deep secret. Is it uncomfortable for you because I'm still holding you in my arms?
Yeah, it does kind of remind me of being a child a little bit. That's why the secret came to mind, actually. Yeah. And then Basil looks around expectantly.
Okay, I'm trying to remember if I set this up correctly.
So Peach cannot read Dwarvish.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I have no. I just see Basil stare at the wall and then give me this completely unhinged account of his childhood.
So I believe you will notice that the map changed.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And Basil falls through right into those stairs, 2 floors down.
Oh no, I'm holding him.
There is a there was a trapdoor that was so well hidden it can't be found by using magic or searching. But a secret has been spoken, and the trapdoor by the wall flips open, giving access to a spiral staircase that descends.
I look down. I just give Peach a thumbs up. I did it. Oh, the dwarf thinks that I had to tell you a secret. So, there we go.
Oh.
I'm assuming that secret was true.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Basil has a plethora of absolutely nervous, anxious behavior that he doesn't show or tell anyone because it was forced out of him by his parents, and so he reacts very poorly to any of that and doesn't like sharing any of it because it's a sign of weakness.
I guess trying to get the staircase for the map also made it so that it shows that the bridge is crumbled, but oh well.
It's fine. We already solved the bridge puzzle.
Uh-oh. We're stuck, guys.
So Peach will set Basil down, and he kind of hinges over at the waist to like bend over, and then he holds up his pinky, his beautifully taloned pinky, and he says, "Okay, Basil, I am going to swear that I will not tell your secret."
Oh, that's nice. But ever since we started adventuring, I haven't been watering the garden anymore, so yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yes, but Basil, you have to hold up your pinky now.
Oh, right. Basil will pinky promise.
There, the pact is sealed. Let's get the others now.
Does Basil hurt small animals? Because he wets the bed and he lights things on fire. So that's 2 out of the 3 psychopath.
It's
serial
just close
killer
enough. It's
things.
just close enough to be concerning, but it's not actually concerning.
Dark triad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
No, he scoops goo. That's like
That was
the
pretty
goo
unhinged.
scooper. Yeah, so Peach comes out and he calls to the others that Basil has discovered a hidden staircase. It seems to be the only way forward unless we also dispel the trap here in the fire eyeball room.
Well, why don't we see what's down the stairs first? See where that leads, and then if that doesn't go anywhere, then we can come back up here.
I agree.
I will fly over and teleport everybody onto the next bridge, and then we can all go downstairs.
Okay.
I will put my armor on again.
Really flexing that Iron Man transition, aren't you?
I imagine that you just hinge it open and it stays upright, and then you just walk right back into it.
So like power armor from Fallout.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Oh, whatever. Fine. So that spiral staircase will go down 120 feet.
Jesus.
Dang. I guess we should retcon that Basil has his little light globe going, because Renair can't see.
The moment it gets dark, I also can't see, so the drift globe comes out.
Oh, right.
Oh, fun. Oh, great.
Oh, wonderful.
2 long hallways leading into a darkness. I wonder what could be.
The usual thing of Peach and having his echo go. I guess we'll go left since I have the echo going left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, basically, once you come down the stairs and you step out into this area, technically this is when this is supposed to happen. Okay, I have a thing I'm supposed to read. Although deep underground, this vault is lit by streams of sunlight that pour down from the ceiling, catching motes of dust in their luminous pools. Ornate columns. Well, I guess this part you don't see yet.
Pause the paragraph.
Pause it.
Okay.
Get a highlighter.
So I didn't read that. Go ahead and just explore.
Yeah, okay.
I've forgotten. Okay, let's keep going.
So,
this is confusing.
So,
man, I hope there's luminous pools of dust.
So Peach's echo leads the way, and then Peach and Cruz will, like, as the frontliners, will move forward, I guess.
Renair, maybe we put the fish in the bag?
How? So what's this room like? Oh.
I see the sunlight. The motes of light.
I see luminous pools of dust, right? I feel like we're good.
I also see something that looks like a pile of gold.
Okay, as you turn the corner and you come into this area here. Now I read the thing. It says, although deep underground, this will all that bit I read before. Ornate columns support a 30-foot high vaulted ceiling, which is adorned with carvings of dwarves basking in the presence of their gods. Deep alcoves, i.e., like around here, there, line the walls. Then this one that you see here, is particularly as you come stepping around the corner and you see everything. Out of the dusty gloom from that alcove steps an aged dwarf, clutching a staff carved and painted to resemble a pair of entwined dragons, one red, one gold. Despite the dwarf's age, his eyes are steady and bright. Wasn't expecting anyone, says plainly. As you can see, the place is a mess. Perhaps you should come back later, after I've tidied up a bit.
Peach sees the dwarf and he kind of looks around at Renair.
This, I know, like, it looks like there's some gold here, but technically this is supposed to be a pile of gemstones.
Oh, okay.
Here, I just saw it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. There's a pile of what looks like dozens of gemstones. And the dwarf here will be here. There. There you go.
Sir, are you okay down here?
Oh, I am quite fine, youngster.
Peach looks around at Renair, and he says, Renair, do you recognize this man?
And then the dwarf will kind of like cock his head and he looks at Renair and he says, is that Renair Neverember? Well, I haven't seen you in decades.
How are you alive?
Wait, decades. Renair, how old are you?
Late 30s?
Wow, hey, listen, you're doing a lot of adventuring for someone in their late 30s. What's your workout routine? It's going great.
Renair? Can you or one of your friends please do tell me what you're doing down here?
Well,
I'll let my friends explain, maybe. Who are you? You can call me Barak Klanghammer.
Peach thinks of
That's great.
Peach thinks of how they clanged a hammer upstairs and decides not to tell him about that.
We clanged the hammer upstairs.
I thought I detected the pulse of some magic.
Sorry if we weren't supposed to do that. It was fun.
Yes, well, We've been charged to come here because many nefarious parties are trying to steal the gold from this very spot, and we have been tasked to ensure that this gold does not end up in the wrong hands. Specifically, the most horrible hands of that dastardly wizard Manchun.
So you all know about the gold.
Yep.
Well then.
I don't like the way you said that,
you-
old man.
Are you all properly authorized by the one who put the gold here to retrieve it?
No.
His dad?
And he just stares with kind of a glint in his eye.
Well, you see, that is part of the problem. After Senior Neverember, and then Peach kind of looks nervously at Renair because he totally forgot Daggle Neverember's first name. After Senior Neverember placed the gold into the vault, he was run out of the city for embezzling such money. So anybody who wishes to release the money from the vault would not be able to get any authorization from him because he is a nefarious and wanted figure now, and not for all the good reasons.
Basil.
Well, we got his son. That's like good. I mean, not like a kidnapping way. That's crazy. But like in a, his son wanted to help fix the problem way.
Basil.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have been tasked with
Check his
preventing
magic.
anyone from taking the gold who is not rightfully due it. And you can kind of like there's a sense of magic, and it's almost as if an immense large shadow gets cast behind it.
I just look at Chris. I don't need to, man. You can't see that guy's magic. He's carrying a gold staff with dragons on it. That dude's magic.
Yeah, I'm not liking the shadow that just showed up behind him either.
I don't have to see with my eyes. I could just hear his voice. He sounds magic. Listen, there's a whole bunch of people that know that this place exists, and now that the door's open, whoops, sorry, that was totally us. We didn't know. They're all coming here.
Renair, is this true about your father and the gold? Renair will just kind of like meekly say, well, yes. My friends here, they're some of the best people I know. I would not be helping them otherwise, and my father was not a good man, and that gold was ill-gotten gains that he got from abuse of his position in Waterdeep. And then he'll kind of like look around at you, the rest of you, and see if like you can like try and help him in his cause and convincing this dwarf.
Yes, indeed. We are here to try and keep these nefarious parties, Manchuns included, from taking the gold, and to return the gold to the city.
You would return the gold to the city. Well, make a persuasion check at advantage.
All of us, or just one of us? Which one of us?
Well, Peach was speaking, so I'll ask it for
Yeah, it
Peach.
should be Peach in this case.
Yep.
Okay.
You got this.
If you want to say lines, you got to be ready to back it up with rolls.
Yep.
Okay. Persuasion at advantage. Well, that was terrible. 5.
Okay.
Hold on, but it's with advantage. And
7.
okay,
guidance.
so just 2 more, and we might get to double digits.
So no, I do not convince this guy.
I'm casting my memories back to the circumstances of Dagult coming to me to protect this gold. My memory of that time is a little dusty.
I got some goo that'll wake you up. You need like a quick pick me up?
I am inclined to not let you go any further towards the gold. But I will not do anything if you just wish to leave.
Yeah,
Well,
I think you should. I think you should let us through. And I cast Charm Person on him.
oh God, why would you do that?
But he's not a person.
He's not a person. He's a dwarf.
Your spell immediately fails. The weave recognizing that he is not a person, and he is now very unhappy that you tried to charm him.
Get down!
Why would you use Mistra's? No, this wouldn't be Mistra. Hold on, you're a cleric. Why would you try to use divine power against me to try to influence mine?
So you would let us through?
I am even more disinclined to let you through, even if Renair never embers with you.
Well, the main reason we came down here is to obviously get the gold taken out of the equation, but even if we did leave, there's a host of parties that are on their way right now. And I don't know, based on the very little knowledge I have of you, if you're going to be able to deal with all of them. Not to say you aren't strong, but I can't honestly say with confidence.
You doubt who I am and my power.
Nope, no one. We were just worried about you because you're down here all alone. But we're not. You look pretty. You're looking tight.
Peach is going to raise his hands in supplication, and he's going to say, I understand that you are the gatekeeper of this gold, and that it seems we have reached an impasse. We will return, hopefully, with an authority who will convince you to step aside. But for now, we will leave.
And then,
Thank you for the
Renair will kind of like very tentatively grab Peach by the arm and say, "We might still be able to convince him." Good dwarf.
Not a dwarf.
Well, good.
He doesn't know. He's a regular rogue.
Good sir. Senior Clang Hammer. Please, as my friends have stated, there are several bad people coming to try and take the gold. Certainly wouldn't you rather have me, son of Dagult Neverember, deal with it, rather than it falling into the hands of thieves and evil wizards and devil worshippers? Now all of you, please roll persuasion. Hello, welcome for the raid from a roll of 3.
Man, I'm rolling terrible again.
Hoping for the
He is
mustard.
16.
Hopefully 16's enough, buddy.
It was on 18. Why?
All of you roll it again. I'll give you advantage.
He doesn't want it.
11 double digits.
Oh my god.
Oh, natural 20 from Peach.
Yeah,
Okay.
19.
Okay, we're good.
So,
We're fine.
So Peach, when he sees that Renair is like really desperate to like get this dwarf's good approval, he steps forward and basically like apologizes for Callista's behavior. She's very excitable. We have all come a very long way and experienced extremely terrible things, but truly we just want, as we have said, the goal to return to the people of Waterdeep. And yes, we are rather stressed. We are under the time pressure of knowing that there are these nefarious parties on our tails. Well,
we stole a fish. It was bad.
Metaphorical tails, so to speak. Looking at all the tailless people in the room.
Well, come along then. And he'll walk down this hallway and guide you to the massive pile of gold.
Is my detect magic just seeing a glowing figure standing there?
Well, like him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Transmutation magic.
Okay. So, but when I get within 30 feet of him, he won't suddenly reveal a shape, correct?
I believe it just shows transmutation magic around him.
Awesome. Great.
But that's definitely more gold than we can take.
Yep.
Right? Even with a singular bag of holding.
It is the 500,000 gold coins. The gold dragons of Waterdeep. And that will be the end of...
We did it. We got to the gold, guys.
We did it.
We did it in 50 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we have this stone that's like super evil. Do you want this?
No.
Excellent, excellent. Well, got all the way through the Vault of Dragons. All the way up to the mysterious dwarf guarding the gold.
Only took, 3/4 of my health of damage to get here. It's fine.
It's all fine.
An absolutely unhinged move to try and charm what I assumed to be a dragon.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. I thought the dwarf was a dwarf.
No. When he gave that other description where it's like it felt like a presence or a shadow loomed 20 feet back, like, oh god, no, he's a dragon.
The thing is, it's in character because I'm not that smart and neither is Callista. So it makes it makes sense.
I was like, oh, this is the combat. This is where combat starts
I
here.
was just like, oh god, we have to roll initiative now.
But hey, we got out of it. So
we almost messed it up the persuasion for the advantage too.
That was, hey, thanks for letting us roll advantage with that because we had no right to. It was so bad.
Oh yeah, guys. If we had, we were dead. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We would be dead.
Oh, we would 100% run from that fight. We would be running. I no.
You guys don't want to fight an adult red dragon? I'm assuming by the box art, right, that we see at the start of every stream. I don't actually know what's here, but if I had to guess and check,
well, you might find out in the next session.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We can skip a session and then we're out and we have all the money. All the bad guys are dead. We survived.
Well, but yeah, I guess Basil doesn't know, but Peach did send a message to Draxel saying, "Hey, we're going to the vault," and Draxel was like, "Okay, we'll be right behind you."
Does anyone else know that that's happening?
Blackstaff, you said.
Yeah.
No, I sent a message. I sent the slowest, oldest messenger to Blackstaff. Sure, but I'm talking about us as the party. Do any of us besides Peach know that Jarlaxle and his gang are showing up?
I don't think so.
Absolutely not. He's not telling you.
Okay.
So remember that vision? Everyone in the
Yeah.
vault. Bunch of people
Yeah.
fighting.
Oh boy.
Well, that's
Just
probably next
don't
session.
accidentally hit the dragon. just avoid that, and we're good.
I love the idea that the Xanathar show up and I just pull out the fish and I pull out my magic missile gun and I just hold it on the fish. You guys gotta back up.
All right. Well,
Then the trifecta, the dark trifecta would come true, right?
mm.
The start of the downward spiral of Basil is him killing a goldfish.
All right. We'll start with Drew. Drew, how did you feel about tonight's session? Was there anything in particular that felt like a highlight or something you want to comment on? And then, as always, do you have anything that you plug?
So I had a lot of fun tonight. It's always fun playing with these guys. It's always fun being DM'd by you. I was surprised that there was a lot more to the vault than I thought there would be. I thought I thought the doors were going to open up and it was going to be the vault. That was it. And then the dragon was going to breathe fire on us, and I was ready to fight a dragon. I thought we were going to have to fight a dragon. I thought that was going to be the thing. I was unaware that the dragon could be nice.
Certain kinds are.
Yeah, sometimes they talk.
Yeah, sometimes they're
we
cool.
met a nice dragon earlier in the campaign.
Right,
Bronze dragon.
Yeah.
It was, of course, like a juvenile, but it's hey.
So I cannot wait to see what happens next time. But until then, you can find me over on my stream at Drew the Damager. I'll be playing through some more Rusty Lake Paradise. Yeah, Paradise. And that'll be on Sunday. And then I'm off for like a week.
Right. Okay. Well, Drew. And Tilted.
Hi. Yeah, I mean, tonight's session was great. We got a lot of role play in. We were able to get a little bit of fighting in. It was a nice balanced episode. And I like that we were finally, like, it's very thematic that we got to the gold pile on the 50th episode.
Yeah.
So that's great. On top of that, I really, like, in terms of highlights for me, probably towards the very beginning when we were having the two separate conversations with Callista and Peach and Cruz and Basil about both their various things they were talking about. That was, to me, a really nice little character development for both sides. So it was nice. And in terms of like stuff for me, I'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3 this entire weekend because I'm making my way through it. I think I'm like probably one session away from getting through Act 1. Okay. Maybe 2 if I'm really bad. But then we're going into Act 2, so we're making progress.
Yes. Okay. Well, thanks, Tilted. Hoodie.
The gamble of standing outside of the room was such a because Drew had me questioning for like the full minute leading up to us actually doing the thing. And I'm like, do I just have Basil leave? Like, it could be good, but it could also just do force damage to us. So I'm like, I just took like 27 points of damage from acid. If I take another large amount of damage, like it's like 20 potions I'm gonna have to use. And it was like this whole, it's the lady with the math meme, right? Because I'm doing this complex math in my head of like, what's a good call here? And then I'm like, I guess I just ride it out. And then it started happening before I could make a final call. And then it ended up being great. And so I was like,
ball out.
What a surprise. But Drew had me on the ropes. I was like, huh? What? Oh no. That was great. As for plugs, I currently caught up with Mark the Fool, the book series. I recommend it. It's read by Travis Baldree. It's great. Go read it or listen to it at your local library or Audible app or bookstore. I don't know if those exist anymore. I know paper is like gone now.
It's read by Travis Baldree, like the Legends and Lattes guy?
Yeah, Terrace Baldry does Cradle, does Primal Hunter, does Mark of the Fool. Mark of the Fool is a real good one. He also does what is it? The Ripple system, but I couldn't that something about MMO progression fantasy just kind of doesn't really get me there. So I bounced off of that one pretty hard. But Travis Baldry, an absolutely great narrator.
Cool. All right. And Yoy.
I mean, all of this was great. Love that Peach managed to get a natural 20 for the persuasion at the very, very end after rolling disastrously on everything leading up to that. So that was great. Good thing we brought Renair with us, because I cannot imagine that because it seems like Renair's presence was what gave us the advantage on
It
rolling.
was.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, if we had not brought him, Manchun would have kidnapped him, and also we would all be dead. So this is great. Yeah. Love the little bit between Peach and Callista at the very beginning, because Peach is just like, okay, that's really nice. I still don't understand why you're really upset, because we all decided that we're returning the gold to the city. So sure, I'll just agree. Yeah. And of course, Basil with the goo. How can we not
Blood
mention
goo.
yeah, how can we not mention the true pairing of this campaign, which is Basil and goo?
Apparently,
So
vampire Aarakocra is now a thing.
yeah. Well, there are birds that drink blood in real life, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it for me.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone. We will be back with more of this campaign in 2 weeks, since Drew is gone next week, and also just our regular schedule for every 2 weeks. So then we will
the
return
23rd or the 30th.
the 23rd.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be the 23rd.
Right. I was like, because I'm not here on the 30th.
Yeah. Yeah. Today is the 9th. In 2 weeks.
Right. Okay.
And then 2 weeks will be the 23rd. So we will be back on the 23rd.
I couldn't do math. That's my bad.
I'm getting older soon too.
To find out
Next Wednesday.
what happens next in the Vault of Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Tilted's birthday next week.
Yeah. Happy early birthday.
Oh, thank
Happy early birthday.
you. I'd be 32. I know, so young.
Would a goo elemental be called a gelemental?
Aww.
See everyone. Bye.
Yeah. I don't really have anything to plug myself. I enjoyed this session. I liked seeing you battle the Dragon Blood Ooze. And then Peach, of course, just being able to completely bypass the whole bridge part. But then I realized afterwards that like Renair is the only one who could have triggered the crumbling of the bridges anyway. The only one heavy enough.
All right.
Oh, really?
Because Aarakocra are light because they're birds.
Yeah, right.
And like Basil's tiny, and Callista is like probably what, maybe 120 soaking wet.
Yeah, probably a little bit heavier than that, but yeah.
It's not
Remember,
the dummy.
Callista is bootylicious. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. Got the
Is
10.
it the clap of the ass cheeks breaks the bridge type of situation?
But it's supposed to be anything over 150 pounds when you hit like the certain spots on the bridge can cause them to collapse. So right. So thanks to Arvin Elron for hosting our campaign on his channel. Be sure to check out all of our stuff, which you can find via the commands in the chat, like Tilted just put in there. Thank you, Tilted. And now, let me see if there's anyone online that maybe some love to. I'm not really seeing anything strike my fancy tonight, so no raid tonight. Okay. So, I believe that is it for us. I'm not forgetting anything important, am I?
Also,
Nope,
thank
we're
you
mean back.
to Roll of Threes for
Threes.
the raid
And-
and
Yep.
Valerie and Eric.
Yeah, the kids are asleep. Yeah.
And I think that was it.
Yeah.
Thank
those
you,
are-
Shadow, for DMing.
You guys caught us both on a break.
Yeah.
And on literally the pivotal point where it's like, okay, you're either going into this fight or you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to all of you for making this campaign such a delight.
Thank you for DMing.
You are
Yeah,
welcome.
well, thank you, yes, for extending the campaign to accommodate our absolute shenanigans as a group.
Yeah, expecting 20 to 30 episodes. that was
That was a mistake.
All right. Well, thanks again to everyone who came out to watch. We will be back in 2 weeks. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Night.
Good night.